Hey, ho, hey, ho, hey.
What's up?
Yes. Samurai's going to battle.
All right, baby. Welcome to that Synth Fighter episode. What are we on now, Echo, my beautiful baby?
What are you, 114 is, no, what are we on? What are we, 114th episode.
115,000 episodes. You know what's funny the other day, dude? I was, read a comment. Some guy was like, oh yeah, man, I'm sure you friggin' opened 35,000 emails today. Are you serious? And I'm like, dude, obviously not. You know what I mean?
Does anybody like have a sense of humor anymore? Like,
I don't know, bro. I don't know, but I do, and you do, and everyone in the chat does. So that's all that matters, is what I'm saying.
Exactly.
So,
who do we got in the chat?
we don't want to bury the lead. Let's check out who we got in the chat. We got Synth Fun, David Poole, Pinto Sonic, Smarty 1970, Tactical MIDI, Twin City Oxygen, Apollo Hanzo, Chazatron 600, George G's, Synth Fun, Uncle Jerry's World is here, baby. Who else we got? Andrew Pitak. I think that's how you say it, but that's how you play it. We got Synth Fun. Who else we got? And everyone else still piling in here nonstop. So, you know what the topic of the show is. I had to change it up last minute, dude. Had to do it on the fly. Do you know why?
Yes, you did.
Do you know why?
Well, I just want to say one thing.
Yeah.
Everybody's saying slew, so what do we say?
Slew, cha-cha.
Cha, cha.
Does everyone know the slew story?
I was going to say, tell them the slew story.
So, yeah. The slew story is I come from a place in Newfoundland, all right? And in Newfoundland, there's a little town called Gander. And in Gander, Newfoundland, back in the day, when my father was rolling around, there, Gander people were known as slews. And so whenever we go to a different community, there was no phones then, or you couldn't text message anybody. So you'd be at a concert, and Gander people always want to stick together. So wherever you were, if you wanted to know if there's any people from Gander around, because you needed to, mount up, Behringer bro style, you'd be like, slew, slew. And then if you hear a cha, cha, then you start triangulating your points. Slew,
that's cool.
Slew, cha. And then eventually you meet up and you're like, what's up, brother? And that's how it goes. So that's where that comes from.
And that's why, like, if you guys notice, like, every time Samurai says slew, slew, I always go cha.
Yeah, so man, when someone throws out the slew, that's what we're doing for the Synth Renegades now. We're bringing it to you guys. So if you're ever out anywhere, throw a slew up. If you hear a cha coming back, that's a Synth Renegade. That's what we're doing. And go check out Gander, Newfoundland Turkey Farm if you want to look into something pretty wild, because Gander's a crazy, crazy place, baby. Okay.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I'll check it out.
Craziest place on earth. They call it the crossroads of the world.
Really?
And it's for many, many reasons, but one of them is the turkey farm. All right?
I'm going to check it out.
So, we got the big story tonight. We're going to be covering, obviously, some synth news. We're going to be covering the Juno. We're going to be covering the Behringer, the Electron, all the beautiful synth stuff. But, man, I think what everyone really wants to talk about tonight, as far as I've saw, is Espen Kraft, his video where he was going after the synth manufacturer. So this is going to be obviously like a little Espen Kraft, not ECHOKRAFT, Espen Kraft. Did he steal your name?
No, man. It's funny. I remembered stumbling upon him a couple of years ago. I had an album out when I was under a different label called ECHOKRAFT, and that's where the name of the album was ECHOKRAFT. So I took my name. That's why I call myself ECHOKRAFT. And somebody had gone onto my channel one time, and they're like, "Hey, you're not Epson." I'm like, "What?"
No sugar, baby.
And I said, "No, I'm not." And they were like, "Okay, cool, I'm out." And I'm like, "Oh." So then I had to look up who Espen Kraft was, and I follow the guy. He's actually kind of cool guy.
He's a cool guy. So we've been following him. I don't really know too much about him. I pop in and out and see him every once in a while. But the video today, it seemed like in the Discord, everybody was talking about it. I got it bumped over to me 4 or 5 times. Me and you kind of had to talk about it. And since me and you kind of disagreed a little bit, I was like, this is a good topic for the Synth Fighter. And then I got sent a video tonight of some dude just like, wow, laying the baloney into Espen. And I was like, dude, holy
I haven't
crap.
seen that yet.
You haven't seen it? I don't know if anyone else has seen it, but we're going to play that first. And then we're going to play the Espen Kraft video, and we're going to react to kind of his points. I think that'd be a good time. And then in the chat, you guys can too. So we'll do that in a little bit, that's for sure. And then we're going to cover some synth news, which everyone's talking about. So you know how we always start. People are saying that this bandana is not cool because you can see through it.
I can't see through it, man.
It's because, you know, I got that super sly on. Who said it? Was it Twin City Oxygens or Andrew Peacock? Maybe I should change it up, should I?
I don't know. Who said it?
I don't know. Someone said it. But, you know, this is the Synth Fighter, man. We do this for you. Okay, everybody, if I should keep this bandana on, put a 1 in the chat. If I should switch it up because it's annoying you because my head's see-through, put a 2 in the chat. Let's do it super simple, all right? Anyway, gas radar while we're waiting. What's on the gas list for you, baby? I got to tell you what, my gas meter, this might be crazy to say, but old Synth Samurai's gas meter might be on E.
Yeah, man.
I might be on E. On purpose, I got to go on E.
Yeah. The only thing, you guys all know what I've been talking about. You bought one.
Yeah, this is Predator camouflage, baby. You know it. All right, let's go.
DJ Wojtek bought one right after he saw your video. So, and that's going to be the same for me. I'm going to go for the Juno-X.
Well, this is some kind of cool little circle because you brought the Juno-X to me. You said, brother, if you do anything, please get this because I've got a couple things you got. Miraculously, thanks to George G's in the chat, it happened. We talked about it before. And now it seems like the Juno-X is making a resurgence due to the Synth Fighter.
And George G's is awesome.
He's awesome
because
guy.
he finds stuff, man. He found another one. I think it was 1,300.
I mean, 1,300 is a steal.
Yeah, and I told him I was like, oh man, I can't because I got Sweetwater bucks, so I can't. You know, I trust me, I would have pulled the trigger, man, if I didn't have that money up there. So, but
I mean, I think it's expensive, but dude, it's special.
It is.
I think it's special, and you know, coming from me, who am I?
You're a samurai.
You know, I think it's special, man. You know, someone said something the other day. They're like, dude, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, bro, I got like 45 different personalities, man. Are you crazy?
Don't we all?
And you know why I do? Probably look into the turkey farm because that goes 13 levels below the ground, actually.
Really?
Oh, check it out, man. It's crazy.
I'm gonna, man.
It's crazy
it
time.
Sounds creepy.
It's creepy. It's crazy, and it's pretty friggin' wild. And anyways, we'll get into that later because that's kind of a little bit off topic. But gas radar, what is gas? Where's it for you? Everyone in chat, what's on your gas radar as well? Throw it in there. Echo, go, baby.
My gas radar. So ever since I got the ambient zero, my gas meter went to half full. And now I'm down to a quarter of a tank because I know what I want. And after that, I'm not going to say, I always say, oh, this is the last one, but I really think that I need to, you know, I always say, you know, all gas, no brakes like you. No, I'm going to have to put on the brakes and I'm going to have to put on the emergency brake, I think.
You're going to need to slow it down a little bit.
Yep.
You're going to have to do a little Marvin Gaye on your gas tank, right?
Big time.
All right. So check this out, dude. I was out because we're getting some little bit of work done down in the house, right? A little bit of painting's going on over the next week or whatever. And the missus, I had a bunch of crap in the living room, a bunch of synths everywhere now because I just got them put her all over the place by accident. And she was like,
by accident.
She was like, what's that? What you still got that red thing? And I'm like,
oh, really?
I'm like, I think I'm going to keep it. She's like, no. You said when you got that Juno-X, you were getting rid of that thing. And I was like, I know I'd said that, but it's growing on me a little bit. You know, I've been like, I had it in the bed the other night. It was under the pillow. She went to put her hand under the pillow and went click and hit it. She's like, what's that? And I had to take it and stick it under the bed real quick. I was like, it's nothing. You know, so it's all right, man. What do you think? Should I get rid of it?
You know what I'm going to say. Now, who else was in the chat today? I think that was
a couple
DJ
NPC
Wojtek.
lovers in there.
DJ Wojtek's an NPC lover. So I again, not a fan, but you said, well, I downloaded the newest version of the software and it seems simpler to use. And okay, how are you going to incorporate that into your situation though?
You're asking that seriously?
Yeah.
At the moment, I'm not going to incorporate it. I have no place for it. I have no use for it. It absolutely does nothing for me. But when I turned it on and with the new MPC3 firmware, it was so friggin' easy that I was like, ooh, don't get rid of this thing yet. Just like Just hold on to it. And then we took that drive together, dude. It was a wonderful drive. It kept me company the whole time. And I don't know. We'll see what happens.
I don't know.
We'll see.
I tend to listen to your wife.
Yeah, I probably should listen. Well, I got a feeling it's going to come up again, so I might have to hide it. I might have to build a little shed out in the back for it and insulate it. Keep it
He's
in
got
there,
a mistress now.
Yeah. Whoa. George G's been an MPC user and lover since 95. Baby, that's some long-term love.
Yeah.
You know, dude, when people love the MPC, they love it, don't they?
It is true. I mean, look at that dude, Melvin, the guy that Melvin, that's what he uses. He uses a bunch of stuff, but he's definitely an MPC guy. You know, I'm not a fan. And you just said a whole bunch of words that made me say to you, it's time to get rid of it.
We'll see, man. I'm thinking about it because I got some plans. All right. So we got plans. We got plans.
Your wife, she don't like it, bro.
She don't like it, but we got some plans, man. Okay. Again, and I have a hard time describing my plans to people. And I watched a video the other day, and this dude was like, "You cannot explain your vision. You have to show your vision. It's why it's called vision." Okay. So when I got this Mel 9 pedal, nobody understood why.
I did.
Yeah, you did, because you got the vision, right? You got the glasses. So some people were like, that thing sounds like crap, nothing like a Mellotron. I had 2 people tell me that, and I was like, it's $150. It's not a Mellotron. I mean,
yeah, it's not a Mellotron, man.
I just wanted those weird, quirky sounds so I could run it through a steroid injector chroma console, absolutely supercharge it into another dimension is what I was planning, right?
And I got a VST free.
Yeah.
And it sounds like a Mellotron to me.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought the Mel 9 sounded great.
I thought it sounded good enough. And I actually thought it sounded cool that you could just run the Juno-X through it and get some Mellotron-y sounds and then supercharge up how you want. So this is it. Regular is like $250, $260. I'd never pay that for it new, but picking one up for $150, $160, I think it's cool, man. It's cheap. You get them on reverb for $150 to $160 or something like that, right?
No, and brand new for $259 for what it does. It's pretty cool.
I mean, because okay, take VSTs out for a minute. As far as just hardware goes, what are you going to do for a Mellotron? You can do an MPC, but do you really want to buy an MPC to get a Mellotron? No. You can do the Mellotron Micro, which you're at $1,000 starting off right there.
Well, that's like, you said, you like the hurdy-gurdy and you were going to buy that teenage engineering piece of garbage.
Well, dude, speaking of hurdy-gurdy, I can put the hurdy-gurdy on this little baby now.
I was going to say, yeah.
So this is cool. This came in this week. I'm gonna loan this over to you now pretty soon. Once I do a couple more, I want to make another video with it. But I'm
looking forward to that.
Yeah, man. Give Kiviak Instruments some love, man. Roman, he's awesome from France, cool dude. Like I said, I did a live stream with it the other day, blind. I'm not saying it was the best live stream, but I just opened it up and everyone said, let's hear some sounds, plugged it in, had a pretty good time with it. It's a cool sampler. It's got an old school vibe with tons of new school tech. It's super intuitive. Very, very cool. $5.99 on the Kickstarter projects, made of all metal, bamboo sides. And it's got this cool little thing that I haven't tried yet where you pair it up to the cloud and you get access to the whole community samples. Everybody can upload them, share them.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And it connects to the internet. So you actually have access to all the samples when your wofi is paired to the internet.
I didn't know that.
So that's a cool feature, right?
That is very cool.
And speaking of cool,
cool looking.
Yeah, speaking of cool, check this out. This is one thing I did with the sampler.
Slew, slew, slew. Slew, slew. All right, we got the sample going, baby. Cheers. All right, let's see. Hold on. I got the sample going. This is the sample. Slew, slew. Slew, 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 slew. Slew, slew, slew. Let's go. Slew, 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 slew. Slew, slew, slew. Putting some depth on the slew. Slew, slew, slew.
Anyways, you get the idea. That was just a little clip I pulled out of it I thought was funny.
So it has effects built into it, right?
It's got this kind of, it's called a texture, and it's got these chaos, a granulizer. It's got this a little shimmer, put some shimmer reverb on it. It's got 4 knobs that do these effects, right? So
are the knobs rubber? They look like rubber.
the knobs are like it's kind of like Arturia style stuff.
Arturia
like
style, yeah.
The key bed is like same as Arturia's key bed. So if you want to know what the feel is, it's like Arturia's key bed. Whole thing's made of metal. On the right here, you got the speaker. So it's got an internal speaker. On the left, the honeycombs is the mic.
Oh.
And you got the 4 inputs on the back here for line in, so you can sample all your instruments in. Right? And, and then the screen is decent. Then you got your envelope over ADSR envelope. And then over on the side, you've got your player, which's got like a loop, a one shot. What's the other thing? A reverse, and then a boom, which is like backwards and forwards. It's a pretty cool little thing, dude. I got to say, when Roman said, you know, people say it looks like a toy. It's not a toy, dude. It's made of metal. It's heavy. It's built very, very well. And it sounds cool. So I'm going to have some fun with it, make one more video, and then I'll give it to you.
What's the little card thing?
The card thing is a storage, so you can up how many samples you save on it and stuff.
So is that just a SD, or is that a specific like?
I don't know if it's an SD or not. It's just a storage cartridge of some sort. Let me see if it says something down here about
USB or?
Let's see if it says something about it down here, my boy. Recorder memory, flash embedded memory, flash cartridge with 100 megabytes. So it's a flash cartridge. Right?
Oh, interesting. So is it proprietary? I mean, it's weird.
Could be proprietary, Roman. If you're in the chat, man, just throw it down the box. It does look weird. It looks cool because when it was in the box, it was like, ooh, look at this thing, man. It's like a little key, special key.
Yeah, it looks like a key, yeah.
So what I think they're going to do, this is my idea, and I don't know if this is true, but I think it would be a cool idea, is if this is kind of proprietary, is they would then have like packs of these you can buy.
I was going to say,
you can buy like a Juno-X sample pack. You could buy a drum sample, and then you could just put the samples in. I think that's an epic idea.
Kind of like the Solar that comes with the little effects packs.
Exactly like that, man.
Yeah.
So that's cool. So I thought that was cool, man. So shout out to Kiviak Instruments for sending that over, man. You're going to have some fun with it when I shoot it over to you there in a little bit now. So
yeah, that'll be cool.
Yeah, bro. So let's get down to some business, shall we?
Uh-oh.
What do you want to do? What's the chat want to do? Do you want to talk about synths, or do you want to talk about Espen Kraft? Let the chat pick, because I'm all for either. Let's get some feedback from the chat. We can do the Espen Kraft reaction to blow this thing off, talk about synths later, or maybe not, or we can just go through the synth news real quick and then hit the Espen Kraft stuff later. What will you go on?
Well, what's Uncle Jerry saying right now? He's
Uncle Jerry, imagine being able to do that with X number of synth controllers, kinda. It would be a cloud supplying your sounds from anyone. Yeah, that's what they're doing, dude. They're letting like the whole community of people who have Kiviak. So for example, the guy Decimal or Decima, whoever he is, he's got a whole JUNO-106 sound pack, and he put all that on the Kiviak today. He did a little video.
That's
right? So
cool.
he made those samples for everybody in general, and then he can put them right on there and put them up to the cloud, right?
Everybody's saying Epson.
Yeah. Epson? Everyone wants Epson? Oh, that's cool with me, man. I'm cool with going Epson. Are you? It's not Epstein Kraft. Someone just said Epstein Kraft. It's Espen Kraft, all right? Don't be getting it twisted. We're past Epstein. Epstein's old news. If you want to talk about stuff, you talk about the JUN0-D, okay? Because
the Diddy.
The Juno X-Files series is coming. I got a cyber expert who took the drive out of this. There was a secret drive in this. I don't know if you knew that. There was a secret drive in this in the back, and he got it right now. They came to the house. They were polite and everything. They came in. I was like, all right, dude, take it. Look around. They popped open the hatch on the back. They took the drive out, and they're combing through it now. And he said that he's going to come on the show, and he's going to tell me how they went through the drive, kind of what's on it.
Is this Agent Mueller?
He's from the SIA, the Synthesizer Intelligence Agency. So he's he's going to be going through it. And it might be Agent, what do they call him? Agent Scully.
Scully and Mueller.
Yeah, so I'm excited for that. So that's probably going to be the first episode of the Juno X-Files, an 8-part series on what happened with the JUNO-D.
It's going to be part of SynthNet.
It's going to be part of SynthNet, man. And what did Jerry call it? It's like, this is like the new MTV. This is the new world of Synthesizer YouTube. It's called STV, Synth TV. We're all just a bunch of weirdos on here having a laugh, right? It's fun.
That's right.
So let's get into it. So we're going into Espen Kraft. If anyone didn't see it, I'm not going to play the Espen Kraft video first. I'm going to play the dude who went after Espen Kraft. And then we're
Really?
gonna go, yeah, I'm gonna play that one first because
So he kicked the hornet's nest.
we'll see. Let's pull him up. Let's pull him up here. Let's jump over to our Titantron.
Sure, that's not Hans.
I don't know. Is that Hans Bolt? I don't think so. It could be though. All right, so this is Inhal. Let me click the screen here. Hold on. This is Inhalt Video is his name. He's got about 4,500 subs, and this is his reaction video to Espen Kraft. Let's go through it. Maybe I'll pause it a couple times, but let's do it. If you guys want to, I'm going to like it. I already subscribed to him, so I'd like to see what's going on. And let's check it out.
You know, I rarely take the time.
Actually, before we start, the title of Espen's video was, let me X this out. The title of Espen's video is this: Top List of Synth Scams. The synth manufacturer thinks you're a sucker. So that's a very, very delicious, it's a delicious title. I did some research. I don't know if you know, but scam is hot on YouTube right now. That word scam is super hot. Like if you want to make a channel on YouTube, you make it about scams, how to beat scams, how to avoid scams. So Espen's a little sneakier than he lets on. And he also we'll go over that video in a little bit. Okay.
All right.
Let's go with the dude man here.
Time to comment about other people's work. I rarely have the time because I'm too busy producing records. I'm too busy working with synthesizer companies and doing sound design and bringing products to life. It's something that I've done since I was 18 years old. I have worked professionally in the music business, and it just eats up my time, because that's what it takes if you're actually doing it for a living. But in this instance, I will make an exception to comment on something I saw today, because I've never seen something so ignorant, and I've never seen somebody
Joe, shots fired, baby. He's coming in
wow.
hot.
He's coming in hot,
now,
dude.
Before we get into it, let's appreciate the synth drip. All right. He's got that sweet pleather jacket on.
The shades on.
He's got the shades on, dude. I'm not so far.
He's got, well, that looks like a Prophet. Or is that an
what's he got in the back?
Is that a Moog 1?
He's either got a Prophet 5. No, that's a Prophet 5 or a 10 or something. If someone else can identify it up in the top right. Under that, what's he got? Is that a Korg Triton or something? Then he's got an OBX8 module, and I don't know what's behind him. Some type of mixing desk. And then he's got 3 sets of monitors.
He's got the 10M NS10M monitors.
Yes, and he's got a super uncomfortable chair. All right, let's keep going.
Treat their platform and spew such vitriol and such ignorance. And just speak from so much inexperience, yet they have a large follower base. Now, that seems to be the theme of the times that we live in. It seems to be the theme and the topic that, you know, charlatans, right? Smug charlatans get a hard pass.
Dude. Wow, charlatans, bro.
Oh,
like,
dude, listen.
he's
ripping. What's the
he,
definition of a charlatan? Please enlighten me for a minute.
Bro, he's basically calling him
fraud.
A charlatan is like a
what's the definition of a charlatan? Will someone please tell us? Where's Synth Punk when you need him? We need Teacher Punk. What is a charlatan?
Uncle Jerry. Pow.
Yeah, what?
That's an emulator 3. That's what I thought that was, by the way. That's
okay.
Yeah. It's but anyway, yeah. A charlatan's like a non-believer or a non somebody who's
a faker, a charlatan, a faker.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's kindly saying he's a faker. Kindly. Anyway, shots are fired. Let's see.
Like a shill.
Okay. All right, this is interesting.
Right? Smug charlatans get a hard pass and are touted as heroes, right? When the people who actually do something for a living are oftentimes grossly looked over. And the reason why is because the people that are actually doing are too busy doing it. In this circumstance, I'm going to comment on this on the Espen Kraft video talking about, you know, dishonest synthesizers or synthesizers where people are getting taken for a ride because they're overpriced. Now, I've worked at
Oh, he's got the zipper sleeves too. Go on.
Yeah, that's a nice leather. I used to have a leather jacket like that. So yeah, snake oil salesman, phony, false expert, charlatan.
All right.
Thank
we
you
got
guys
it.
in the
All
chat.
right.
Yeah.
False expert. We got it.
getting taken for a ride because they're overpriced. Now, I've worked at Sequential and Oberheim for 11 years this year. If you've
Whoa. Okay. So we got a heavy hitter right here.
This is a heavy right here.
This is a heavy hitter, dude. Okay, man. All right. Listen, they're breaking out the mercenaries here, dude.
Yeah, this guy
not the
came.
mercenaries. They're breaking out the Oberheim Sequential Navy SEALs are coming for Kraft.
Yeah, dude, this guy came lock and loaded. Like
That's why I wore this bandana, dude. I was like, and playing that. All right.
Damn.
All right, let's go.
played any of their synths since the Prophet 12. If you've seen the patch, it's a Prophet or it's an Oberheim. I made those sounds. Okay, I'm a freelance sound designer outside of Sequential and Oberheim.
What did he just say?
He made those patches.
So if you've ever played a Sequential or Oberheim, he's been there for 11 years. So anything that's come out in the last 11 years, he's created those patches. This guy is,
All right,
as
wait,
far
hold
as we
on.
know, he's a big dog. What's everyone saying?
Hold on. Wait, you when you started this video, what did you say? Said this guy was he's like a troll or something?
No, I just said he was pissed.
He's the real deal, dude.
Yeah, he's the real deal, man. Respect.
I want to know who he is.
Now, I don't know if I agree with what he's saying. We'll see, but we're going to have to check it out. We'll have to do some deep dives. Anybody in the chat, if you want to go off and do a little research and pop back in and let us know if this cat's for real, let's go.
I made those sounds. Okay, I'm a freelance sound designer outside of Sequential and Oberheim. I've also worked with Roland, ASM. I've worked with Electron, Akai, every company, Moog. I've done it. It's what I do for a living. And what struck me so particularly perverse about this particular video was just the sheer lack of knowledge or any kind of relevant information, and also an opinion that's not founded by real-world working experience.
All right, so someone just did some little bit of research. In Halt, his name is Matija Simovic. Okay, so anybody wants to go in to dig into Matija Simovic, let's find out some more. So this guy, I mean, what he's saying, he works for Oberheim and Sequential, and he's done sound design for ASM, Hydrosynth, obviously, Electron. I can't remember what else he named, but
Okay.
yeah.
So, all right, this guy.
Beacon Breaker thinks he's a charlatan.
Hold on a minute, man.
Yeah.
I apologize for posting my video on our expensive synths overpriced.
Well,
I
dude,
mean,
we're only a quarter through this.
True, but the other thing is you got to admit that this synthesizers are overpriced. They're very expensive. I kind of agreed with Espen Kraft a little bit. I know you were all bent out of shape about it.
Well, I was bent out about other things.
But
well, that's what's interesting about me and you. We come from two different perspectives, right?
And it's interesting because I'm not, this guy obviously he knows his shit. That's it. Bottom line, right? And he's fired up. And he's fired up. He's pissed. So let's keep going. Roll it.
Roll it. All right, hold on. Let's roll it. Isn't this the perfect topic for the Synth Fighter?
Yes.
I mean, come on. This should have been the inaugural episode 1 because we had no hiccups yet.
This is like its own kumite right now.
Yeah. All right, let's roll.
That's not founded by real-world working experience, okay? Oberheim and Sequential, the Prophet 5, 10, and OBX8, those were a culmination of so many different talents and people and countless hours perfecting these instruments to such a place that they would better the originals, that they would be better than the original Prophet 5, than the original OB8, OBXA, OBX, and that they would enable a new generation of musicians, and especially working musicians, to express themselves in a very, very high-end way. These instruments were a product of countless hours, of countless talent, of some of the most cutting-edge engineering. They, in and of themselves, imbued a quality of excellence unlike very, very few things on the market today. There are very few instruments that have this level of engineering.
All right, so I kind of feel what he's saying there a little bit.
Yeah.
He's kind of describing that, you know, Epson's saying like these are just VSTs and boxes now. They're not analog no more. He's obviously an analog, you know, guy.
Well,
yeah.
Epson has had most of his synths were 80s and 70s analog synthesizers.
He's an analog aristocrat, right?
Yeah.
Now he's a VST vegan. That's where we're at with Epson
I mean,
now.
he still kept a bunch of synths, but
Yeah.
I mean, he did get rid of a lot of them.
So this is interesting. So he's basically just saying, dude, you're basically slagging off the value of these synths because these people put so much work in. You have no idea what goes on behind the scenes. Is what he's
Well,
saying.
yeah, because he's kind of flogging me right now.
Yeah, he's coming after you too, bro. So hold on, let's keep rolling.
And this sonics, right? These sonics that are so distinct and eloquent and developed. That costs money. Having talent like that working on these products costs money. Nobody is being taken for a ride. There is no, it's not like this was something that was cheap to make. It's not like something that was quick to make. It's not like it was a, paint by numbers endeavor. And on a personal level, the people that made these things, the personality of these people, the intention of making these instruments.
Somebody's like, he coming for everybody.
Yeah, he is.
Dude, he is coming after them all. Someone said he's justifying his existence. Fair enough, I mean, this is what he does, and he gets paid, I'm sure.
Hide your synths and your wives.
Yeah, hide your sins, hide your wives, because everybody's coming. What is it? Everybody's getting.
Bro, and now check him out. Like, check out the body language. He's fucking done, dude.
Yeah, he's over it already. He's over it. He's just like, you know why? Because I think he wants to go harder. So he had to go into that position to relax himself. He had to pacify himself because I think he wants to go harder. I should get him on the show with us, man, and see if he wants to really talk about this. All right, listen.
Well,
in Halt TV, if you want to come on here and give us the lowdown on this, man, it would be absolutely fantastic. We'll have a shoot off. You can really get it off your chest, long form style, and we'll go for it.
And please don't
Epson
crucify me.
Epson, you come on too. We'll have both of you on. How about this? Me and you come on. We'll be the referees. We'll have Epson and Mattia is his name? Mattia on. All right, let's roll.
The reason why they came to life is just as important as the instruments themselves, because I think they're reflective of the personalities involved, especially reflective of the personalities of Dave Smith, of Tom Oberheim, and the whole company. A company that was minded about enabling musicians. Okay? Now, for somebody who has no resume, right, of being a sound designer, who has no resume of hit records, who has no resume of Billboard charting records, to then, who also lives in a socialized country, far away from the rigor of the United States,
Oh, baby, we got a USA boy. I'm on his team right now, dude. I like that.
Wow,
but
dude.
I don't like it because I think he went and looked into Espen, and so he's calling Espen out, man. He's saying, bro,
he did his homework.
Where are you? He's saying, Epson, what are you coming from besides the price, and you're saying it's too much, and you're saying it's too much. The thing is, Epson said, we're going to watch it in a minute, so I wanted to do it in reverse because I like time traveling, right? Just like you do. So we're watching what happened in the future, and then we're going to go back. So I think watching this first can then give you a better perspective on the video.
Wow.
All right, let's roll. We got a couple minutes left.
Away from
Wait. Hold on.
Yep.
It's given me a better perspective on the video I did.
Yeah, dude.
But still, and I'm not calling it a scam, but I just think that synthesizers like the OBX and things like that, I just think the price tag is really high, and I get it. I get what he's saying. I always knew that, I met Dave Smith.
Mm-hmm.
I know what goes into building a company and building these things. I get it, but I just think that, I don't know. I'll shut up. Just play the video. Fuck it.
resume of Billboard charting records, to then, who also lives in a socialized country, far away from the rigor of the United States, far away from where these things are made, to then comment and talk about these instruments being a fraud without ever knowing anything about how these instruments are made, or without ever knowing anybody who made them.
I'd stop the video for a minute.
Does he know that Epson doesn't know that?
Hey, hold on.
Yeah.
Osmos is overpriced because who wants to spend a half hour trying to make a Twin City. Let me explain something to you.
Yeah, let him have it, man, because this is Synth Fighter now, man. You don't make a comment in the chat without being willing to.
Do you own do you own an Expressive E Osmos?
Echo's fired up.
No, because I'm so sick of people saying shit about that synth. I own that synth.
Oh, dude, you're getting some of that Matea energy.
And you've heard my tracks with that synth, and you even said it. It's amazing what you can do with that.
Yeah.
Now, yeah, you want to go into the Harkin editor and stuff. No, that thing's a piece of shit as far as I'm concerned. And Expressive E knows it, okay?
Yeah.
But as far as that synthesizer goes, I play guitar. I've always wanted my synthesizer to bend notes and do, not with the stupid bend friggin' the pitch thing.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody uses those. Those have been around since synthesizers.
You want the wiggle?
Yeah, the wiggle stick.
Yeah.
Right? No, you wiggle with your fingers on a key, and it sounds amazing.
It's cool, man.
So don't be trashing that synth unless you actually sat down and played it. And maybe you have and you hate it. Great. But it's not overpriced. It's $1,700 for something that I use with pigments. I've used it with other synthesizers to control that were MPE available. So I'm sorry.
You got that Twin City oxygen? Don't come at the king. If you come at the king, ECHOKRAFT, El Vampira, El Blanca, the Albino Vampire, you best not miss.
And I'm pissed off because this guy just put me in my place, okay?
You're all Matteo got you fired up. Let's roll.
Just absurd to me. The only suckers are the people who take the advice of Espen Kraft from that video.
Oh my God. Oh, yeah. Deuce fatality. Dude, he just did the Mortal Kombat Scorpion where he throws the thing, pulls him in. And then, wow.
Wow, man.
Shots fired. Guess what? USA versus Europe. Wow.
Shots fired, bro. That was murder.
Yeah, he just murked him. Holy crap. All right, let's check it out. Hold on. This is Synth Beefs 101. But guess what? This is what Espen wanted. I know what Espen wants. Espen wants this beef.
You think so?
Yeah, because you know what, bro? Sometimes you just want to feel alive. Sometimes you just want to have a little bit of a scrap. You know what I mean? And if you can't get out there and chuck knuckles into bars of wherever he's from, Netherlands, because the cops won't let you walk around chucking knuckles. Sometimes you gotta get the boys over here from America to step outside the pub and chuck a few knuckles digitally. All right, let's roll.
Instruments are made, or without ever knowing anybody who made them, is just absurd to me. The only suckers are the people who take the advice of Espen Kraft from that video. Those are the only suckers. If you're an inspiring musician, if you're an inspiring sound designer, my best advice, go to people who've actually done that for a living. Find your heroes, find your mentors through people that actually do that day in, day out, every day to earn a living. Don't listen to weekend warriors and hobbyists on YouTube.
Oh, hold on there. Hey, Matea, you coming at us now, dude? Chill, Rex. All right, chill. I don't want no heat, Matea. Chill, baby. Chill. I'm an aspiring sound designer myself. I'm an aspiring artist myself a little bit, you know?
I think he really is angry.
Yeah, he's fired up. Fair enough,
He's
man.
fired up.
Fair enough, dude. All right, let's finish it off because
Culture of that really has to stop. It's got to stop because there's so much misinformation being sent out there, and it's packaged conveniently around the issue of price. Somebody had to do the excellent thing for...
Someone just said Epsom salts coming in hot. Oh,
dude,
my God.
I don't even think you should play the Espen Kraft video at this point. I mean,
I got to because I want to hear what he says too. You know, let's roll. We got to finish this up, man. This is like, he's so fired up. You never know when you watch one of those fights in UFC and there's so much friggin' action in the first round. You're like, Jesus, this round feels like it was 15 minutes long.
right?
And that's what this video feels like. Half because we're stopping it, but man, he's throwing a lot of heat in here.
Yeah, and right now, I mean, he's got a cut over his eye. Epson's got a cut below his lip. I mean, he's messed up right now, dude.
Yeah, it's basically, it seems to me that Floyd Mayweather just got in the ring with Mike Tyson. You know, it's like, oh no, Epson, you didn't do it. Okay.
A clone of it to exist. And it says a lot about you if you are going to champion culturally the clone over the original piece.
Oh, he's coming after the Behringer Bros.
He's coming after the
Coming
Bros.
after the Behringer Bros now. Oh God,
man.
Do I got what it takes to mount up on Matea on this one? I don't know, dude. I don't know. Actually, you know what? I don't think he's talking about Behringer. I think he's talking about the VST clones because that's what Epson referenced. So I'm gonna give him a pass. I'm gonna give Matea a pass.
I don't know, man.
Until Matea comes
If
on.
he
and
mentions
tells
your
me,
name at the end of this, I'm getting off the air.
he's like, and you, Synth Samurai. All right, let's roll.
We should be imbuing music with a spirit of creativity and a spirit of excellence. As somebody that makes records every day for a living, I can tell you the only way to cut across the wall of noise of mediocrity is with excellence, uniqueness, independence, and those qualities you also have to have as a person.
I think he's talking about this podcast because this podcast is unique. It is excellent, and it's cutting through the sludge. But that Behringer Bro comment, man, I need to hear it right from him. If he came on here and he said, "How dare you support Behringer?" I would have to back up my position. And Matea comes in hot, dude. I don't know, man. He doesn't look threatening physically, but man, I'm feeling a little bit scared of Matea. You know,
Well,
like, dude, wow.
He's a definite, well-spoken, intelligent individual.
Matea's got a presence, especially with that leather jacket. All right, let's keep rolling.
Yeah, that jacket's dope. I miss mine.
Yeah.
Integrity is paramount, and these instruments, like the Oberheim OBX8, like the Prophet 5 and the Prophet 10, coming from somebody who was involved with the process of making these things and working on them, and also somebody who uses them every day to make records with, integrity was the number one factor.
Oh, mic drop.
Damn, mic drop? All right, so.
Wow.
Hold on, I think we got to salute him with this. Matea, you've put in your service, my friend, to Oberheim and Sequential. You came in hot. You gave Espen everything he could handle. To that, my friend, we salute you. Now let's get back to business.
That
What do you
was,
think of that? Was that a fatality?
bro? Yeah, he just walked out of the ring with the belt on, bro. That's it. What do you guys think?
What do you think in the chat, man? That guy got fired up. I mean, I disagree with some of the stuff he said, but he said it very eloquently that even my previous opinions and my cognitive dissonance feels like it was shattered a little bit. I feel like he started a worm turning for me to turn against Uli, and I don't like that.
He made me.
I don't like
made
that.
me feel. I never. So here's the thing, and you guys know this. I never put down Bob Moog. I never put down Tom Oberheim, and I never put down Dave Smith. I met Dave Smith.
Mm-hmm.
He was a really nice guy, awesome guy. I own a Rev 2, right? I mean, I just think, and I get what he's saying.
Hayes goes, none of this helps me produce tracks.
I have the utmost respect for them and their companies. To me, spending $8,000 on a synthesizer, and again, I said this before, and you know this, anybody can afford these if you really want one, right? And if I wanted to, I could turn around and say, okay, I'm going to call up my Sweetwater rep right now and buy a Moog Muse, and I'm going to buy a Prophet 10, and I'm going to buy a PB12 and whatever, right? But why do I need to drop that kind of coin?
Dude, listen, has he convinced you already? Are you jumping on friggin' Matea's train already?
No, I totally respect him, man.
Sorry. You're jumping on Espen's train, right?
No, I'm jumping on my own train, bro. Like,
as long as you're not jumping on the Diddy train, we're cool. All right.
No Diddy train over here, man.
So should we give Espen a chance to rebuttal this a little bit? Because I think after that friggin' haymaker, you gotta give Espen a chance to hear him out. And I want to comment a bit on his points. So everyone in the chat, you guys throw in what you think down there, man. It's whatever. Everyone's like, that was weird and awesome at the same time. Another guy said he looks like he's in auto something. I don't know what that means. Auto. Well, I don't know. I'm not reading that. That's
Fizgak. What's Fizgak say?
Fizgak? Where's Fizgak? Hypes is in the chat.
Go down. No, up a little.
Oh, sorry.
He's got a red.
Fizgak.
Fizgak.
Espen is not correct, but neither is that guy. Just do your own thing, make music, enjoy form. Yeah,
that's cool.
Okay, fine. Listen, you can sit on the fence all day you want. There's no sitting on the damn fence on the Synth Fighter podcast, all right? You pick a friggin' side, and that's just the way it is. No fence sitting.
Fizgak, don't listen to him.
Yeah, no fence sitting, dude. You know what happens when you sit on the fence? You get a sore ass. All right?
Yeah, but he's right. Enjoy music, have fun with it. But
yeah, he's right. I'm just joking around.
I agree. I think that I think that what's his name?
Who? Fizgak?
No, Hulse TV. Hulse, what's his?
Who? Oh, buddy, Matea. What's called Matea?
Matea. I think Matea is right in a lot of sense. I mean, he's the real deal. He actually worked on those synthesizers, and I think some of what Epson says is right. I think some of the shit that I say is right.
Yeah.
I'm not going to argue with the dude like that. Trust me.
Someone said Espen is a grassroots synth grime dog. Whatever that means. I don't know.
Wow.
Let's check out Espen. Let's hit a bit of Espen here now.
Is that like a, what is that like?
I think it's like
what did Joe Biden say? Something pony soldier. What was that?
Dog face pony soldier.
Dog face pony soldier.
That's pretty good, actually.
A great line, I think.
All right. So let's give old Espen here a chance. And if no one saw this yet, you're going to see it here right now. And one thing we do know, he's got a sequential circuits in the back. He's got another
old school too.
Another one there. And what else he's got, I don't know. But let's check it out.
Those are old school.
Always pay up. The synth manufacturers know this. They have whole departments working on this scheme. How much can we charge before someone smells a rat?
You don't.
That's true, though, right? So, like, what he's saying there is true. There are departments in every business that do the numbers, and they get a price, obviously, where they can pay everybody and make a profit. And usually, they want more profit than less profit. Can we agree?
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
that's big business, but
Yeah.
I love one thing I do love about this video is
Yeah.
the shit that he throws in between him talking.
It's good, man. It's a good video.
Like this is brilliant.
Yeah, it's simple. It's good because the editing isn't crazy. It's just his face and then a couple clips. Cool.
LSD to a guy for seven.
And this got can't see 14,000 views. So this is hot. But the 14,000 views isn't the part. It's got 715 comments. That's big time.
That's big time, man.
And 1.2 thousand likes.
$79 when he's willing to pay $379.
A lot of people will go batshit crazy over this video. They will be outraged. And they will reply in the comments with long essays about how little I know about synths, how little I know about how they operate, etc., etc.
So I have to say there just that Espen Kraft is using neuro-linguistic programming there to set an anchor in the mind of the viewer. Basically, it's almost like a mild hypnosis because what he's doing is he's telling people what they're going to do when they finish, right? That's dark arts, that shit is, right?
Well, he's also
It's dark arts. I know the dark arts.
he's
Dark
also
arts.
counter boxing there, dude. He's counter punching.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm
know?
basically saying I know what's coming. Bring it on. All right.
Yep.
All right.
And these people, they often have a ton of synths in their home studios. So pay attention to these people and pay attention to how much music they make, which is actually very little. These people never make any music with their gear at all. They are gear worshippers. All the synths I'm about to advise against.
Go on.
F you, Espen Kraft.
Well, do you know what's you know what's crazy is both of those dudes said that. Both of those are going after the hobbyist. Both of those guys are going after people who just like having music in their studio and like synthesizers and like collecting and using them, you know? So Matea and Espen are basically going after the same, they're going after the same people.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Both of them saying that, you know, that's kind of pigeonholing people like me, like you.
Yeah, man, give me a break, bro. I'm just chilling.
All our fellow musicians in the chat.
All the synth renegades, all the bedroom jammers, man, give us a break.
Yeah, it's like, wait a minute. First of all, you don't know me.
Yeah, come on, Espen, baby, what are you trying to do, dude?
Well, even Mateo, like you don't know me. You don't know how long I've been in the music business. Have I cut a few albums? Yeah,
Dude,
I cut a few albums. Okay.
All right. All right. This is it. This is it. This is it. This is it. This is the day the synth mafia and the synth renegades unite. He's going after Bo Beats. He's going after Lou Pop. He's going after Starsky Carr. He's going after the Midlife Synthesis. He's going after ECHOKRAFT. He's going after the Machines One. He's going after Uncle Jerry. The synth renegades and the synth
Hans
mafia
Volt. He's
need
going
to
after
unite.
Hayes Anderson. He's going after all of us.
He's going after all of us and all the synth mafia. So this is the one time where the two mafiosos come together so far. Let's keep rolling.
They are all great synths. They can sound great, they can look great, they can feel great, and
yeah, like Hans Volt says, we are making music, man. Espen, kiss my keys, Espen. Kiss my keys.
I just
Kiss my
dropped
white
an album.
keys. Kiss my white keys. ECHOKRAFT just released an album, dude. All right.
Yeah.
they're capable of doing the job in a gig, they're capable of doing the job in the studio, and they're all capable of giving you a good time. I'm not questioning their quality, I'm questioning the price. The sounds coming out of these very expensive hardware synths, well, they're easily replicated in the DAW as a VST instrument. Software emulation has come very far. And the big irony is that most of these big expensive hardware synths.
Yeah, Hans saying he doesn't think he's talking about us because we all make music. But I'll tell you something right now. I don't think there's anybody who has synthesizers what is making music? There's making a track, there's building a track, there's jamming with yourself. Music is just creating sound to bring pleasure. That's what music is. So,
yeah,
you know, there's layers, right? There's layers.
I mean, not for nothing. I mean, you know, I have 7 guitars. Does that mean I just worship them?
Well, this is the thing, man. Epsom Salts, that's what his nickname is now. That's what I'm calling Epsom Salts. All right, let's keep rolling.
They're just glorified VSTs wrapped in a nice box with lights, knobs, and faders, if they have knobs and faders at all. And they're running an operating system, so these synths have more in common with a computer How is this not a
Bet he got an iPhone and bet he's got a Mac too. So like all his points are a bit weird.
Well, he definitely has an iPhone because he's got an Apple Watch on.
I would appreciate Epstein more if he was recording this, you know, on an old school VHS, and he's using zero technology, and because he's just kind of contradicting himself just by sitting in that room. To be honest with you, the only thing old he's got is that friggin' keyboard behind him. By the looks of it in those magazines.
Hans Volt is saying what?
Hans is fired up. That have synths make zero music. I can't see what he's saying here. Hold on, let's roll up. Hans Volt. I have 2 friends who have synths and don't make music. But the thing is, this is where I'm trying to tell everybody: making music isn't making a track. It isn't laying something out in a DAW and then posting on the internet or burning it to vinyl. No, making music is creating sound for the enjoyment of yourself or others, and it can be just created and it's gone forever. That's making music.
I mean, you don't have to post your music. You don't have to put your music out. If you just enjoy playing your synths or playing your guitar or whatever, that's making music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Whatever.
Roll it.
a scam? Are you willing to pay $4,000 or $5,000 for this?
The illusion has become real. And the more real it becomes, the more desperate they want it.
One of the arguments I'm often met with is, hey, Espen,
dude,
I
that
just
movie is
click
awesome.
with this instrument. I love sitting there at night, noodling and playing with this synth, and I get a lot of inspiration from it, and I can truly sympathize with that. I once clicked very well with a high-class escort, but I sure didn't want her to be my wife because of that. It did.
What?
Yeah,
wait, stop.
You know what he did there? What he did there was a Freudian slip. He basically feels so guilty that he slept with a prostitute, is that he's telling it on camera. I bet you he didn't even know he actually said that. So,
well,
Espen,
I mean, if he
man.
is,
and fair enough, if you want to sue prostitutes, that's your deal. And what is a high-class escort? I thought there was only escorts, because there's no high class being an escort. Sorry.
Well, there are.
No, come on, bro. Are you serious?
The big bucks. Yeah.
Come on.
I mean,
that wasn't what's high class though.
Bro, if you ever, so you're from Canada, right?
Yeah.
You've been to Montreal, right?
No, I stopped into Montreal and got picked up and left immediately.
Okay, so you've never been to the red light district in Montreal?
No.
Okay, I've been there, but I've never done anything. I swear on my father's soul.
All right, I believe you, because you'd never do that.
I wouldn't do that. But,
oh, bro, I've seen Ladies of the Night. Don't get me wrong.
But, you know, and now where's he from? Denmark? Is that where he's from?
That's a weird flex. Someone just said that in the chat. That's a weird flex.
It is.
And did he never see Pretty Woman?
Say about an escort car.
Yeah, is that what he's talking about? A Ford Escort? I don't know.
I love the guys in the chat, man. They kill me.
All right, let's roll.
Cost $4,000 or $5,000, but was it worth it? Well, maybe it is to you. I'm not here to judge. Different strokes for different folks, right? Maybe your kids are better served by you saving that money for their college funds, or maybe you should save up for your mother-in-law's taxidermy after she passes. Well, who knows?
Bro, anyway, I didn't watch this whole thing.
Yeah, I think listen, man, Epson's got a little bit of a dark side here. Epson's got a little bit of a dark side. I don't know. It's all coming out here
for
now.
Your mother-in-law, bro. What the?
I feel like this is a little bit of a friggin' self-confession going on here. I don't know. On the second watch, there's a lot more stuff coming out. Yeah, what does he got? Yeah, Hans says next thing you know, he's going to tell us he got monkeypox.
Right? What the?
Let's keep going.
And in no particular order, here are the synths I strongly advise against buying because of their price and because you're really being scammed if you buy them.
Don't hit us with it. All right, we got to switch till this ad goes.
What is that?
I don't know. Should we just watch it? See what they're going to advertise?
iPhone? It's an iPhone ad.
No, it's one of those stupid remarkable things.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, we're just having a little fun with Epson, to be honest. I'm having a little fun with Epson. You know, he's having fun. We're having fun. Everybody's having fun here.
Is he having fun?
I mean, dude, you don't make a video like this if you don't want people to go berserk.
Why would you say you were with an escort and you want to stuff your
mom with
your mother-in-law and mount her on the wall? Like what the?
I don't know, man. We can't see above. Is she mounted up on the wall up there? I don't know, dude.
Christ.
What the frig? It's dark, man. This is that. I tell you, dude. A lot of people. Is he Norwegian? What is he? Dutch? Norwegian? Does anybody know?
Espen Kraft. I mean, I would imagine he's either from the Netherlands or Denmark.
Yeah,
maybe,
I don't see any pagan tattoos on him, so I don't know
from
if he's
Sweden.
Could be. Oh yeah, he could be Swiss. Let's check it out. Let's keep rolling.
Very expensive, and it's running a software inside. It has digital envelopes, LFOs, etc. and you get a very, very good VST called the OBXD, which sounds exactly the same for
I own
free.
that. It doesn't sound the same.
And what's up?
Listen, man. It don't sound the same.
I own that plugin. It doesn't sound the same.
And his face, watch when he says it. He's got Duper's Delight because he's lying. Watch.
For free.
See, you know what Duper's Delight is?
No.
So Duper's Delight is a technique coined in the interrogation world. When somebody's lying, there's a subconscious reaction where if they believe that they've fooled you, subconsciously they smile a little bit. And it's called Duper's Delight because they think that they've tricked you. Yeah, it's an easy way to tell if someone's lying to you. It's called Duper's Delight.
Okay.
What's up with that tiny display? It's big if you're a bug, but I'm not. I'm a big adult male. If you're paying for a synth with your kidney, I think you should have a nice...
Wait a minute, what's it
You're
say?
paying for a synth with your kidney.
Forget filling out your organ donor card for your eyes after extended use of the OBX.
Wow.
I mean, that screen is pretty damn small, dude.
I mean, you got to admit, he's pretty funny.
I like it. I find it funny. This is what I think. I think he's kind of like, do you know what I think this is? I think Espen is doing a little bit of, he's doing a little bit of Behringer bro. You know, he's doing a little bit of satire here, I think.
I really haven't seen him put out any videos lately of music. Have you?
I've never seen any of his music. Sometimes I think I watched a couple videos where he was playing some stuff in the background, but I don't know. I haven't been following him.
Yeah, because when I started following him, when that guy said that he thought I was him, he was making music videos. So I don't know. Like,
so this is the kind of thing, man. Matea, I don't know. Is Matea just so fired up that he doesn't really know that? Because I heard that Espen makes music and he produces for people, and that's kind of his work. He's in the field, so I don't know. But it seems like he's a VST lover, you know. I'll get into that in a sec.
Fat display. And while we're at it, Sequential with their Prophet Rev 4, or any synth from Sequential for that matter, Sequential is always up there, costing a lot. Let me tell you a little story. In 1996, there was a movie called Daylight with Sylvester Stallone. And in that movie, he wore a watch, a Italian Panerai watch. Up until that point, Panerai had been living in obscurity, making good divers watches for a fair price. And with that movie, everything exploded. Today, Panerai is branded, Swiss-made, and they cost tens of thousands of dollars. Perception is everything. If someone rich and famous is using a piece of gear, then everyone else think that this must be an exclusive thing, and the manufacturer will just up the price tenfold.
I mean, he's got a point, right? That's a good point.
I mean,
it's a good
yeah,
point. It's true. It's everything. He's saying true things.
No, it is. In the guitar world, there's a lot of guitarists that, they'll follow a certain guitarist like John Petrucci from Dream Theater, and, and those guys, there are guys that are like, oh man, I love John. I want to get his guitar. You know what I mean? And they'll spend, upwards of, $5,000 for that guitar. I get it. You know what I mean? I didn't want a mini Moog because Keith Emerson played it. You know what I mean? So I get what he's saying. It's really weird in the synth world. Like, maybe it is. I don't know. I know somebody who bought an Ensoniq. I forget the name of it. An ASR or something like that, because the keyboard player from Duran Duran used that. So I get it. Yeah, somebody uses something that you're really into the band and you're into what that musician does. I guess you're going to want to mimic him, or buy the gear he buys because you think that what he's using is the best.
I mean, he's got good points, and he's kind of like, basically, he's, what do you call it, a sweeping generalization. So he's basically saying, in the whole world of business, this is what happens when something becomes popular, aka Sequential, Oberheim, Moog. Then due to the popularity, they get to raise the price but that's just kind of capitalism, right? That's supply and demand. You don't have to buy, you don't have to pay for it. And that's where I kind of think Matea is like, bro, you're over you're a socialist. you want everything to be cheap. Is what I'm not saying that. That's what Matteo was saying. That's translation.
I
He's making you a
understand.
socialist. We live in a capitalist world. We work our ass off. We build these synths for pro musicians, and if bedroom musicians want to grab them and pay the money, that's up to them. But that's not who we're making it for. But I kind of do think they're making it for hobbyists as well, don't you?
Well, and you know, the other thing, I said this before, even on the video that I did about expensive synths, you know, you have your, these are your legacy companies though. These are the guys who started all of this,
Yeah.
you know, who put synthesizers on the map. Tom Oberheim, Bob Moog, you know, Dave Smith, you know, Roland, Korg, you know, they came after, but still, you know, unfortunately, Alan Perlman, he passed away and the business fell. But I mean, you know, our synthesizers were nothing to shake a stick at. You know what I mean? So, you know, I get it. They're legacy companies, legacy synthesizers. You know, but you can get an ARP 2600 by Behringer for $599.
We get the point. Do we want to watch any more of this?
Yeah, I do actually. I'm curious.
All right, let's go. Oh yeah, because I got to make a point on something he said earlier, and I can't forget it. I think I forgot it, but it'll come back.
And people will pay it. Blue Horseshoe loves Sequential.
This painting here, I bought it 10 years ago for $60,000. I could sell it today for $600. The illusion has become real. And the more real it becomes, the more desperate they want it.
Inside a sequential synth is very little in terms of electronics these days, but they compensate for that with that vintage knob. Any synth that has a...
So yeah, go on.
All right, hold on.
Yeah.
BS. Okay.
Yeah.
I cracked open the synthesizer. I know what's in it. Okay. It looks like the stuff that was in it back in the early 80s. Like, I know what's in this synthesizer. And on my synth, there is no vintage knob. I get what he's saying.
Yeah.
But
and he's also saying what he's doing is he's like building this weird straw man where he's saying that there's not much electronics in there. So what he's saying is, because of the size of the electronics, there's not much electronics. In that case, everybody'd still be walking around with a brick phone, right?
Yeah.
So the electronics in there, although it might be smaller, is vastly way more electronics
efficient
in power, efficiency, blah, blah, blah. So that point there's, that's out. Agree?
Yeah.
Vintage knob, trying to make the oscillator sound wonky and vintage, is a sure sign of something being a little afoot.
So he's talking about right there. He's talking about, and I think this
Why
is
can't
ironic.
they just make the oscillators go wonky once in a while because of heat, etc.?
What'd you say?
So right there, I know what he's talking about. So he's talking about on the Juno X and on the Jupiter X, there is a knob that you can change how warm the synthesizer can get. You can actually make your Juno X heat up if you want to, even though it doesn't, but it's mimicked that which, not for nothing, I would probably never use that, but I find that really hilarious and kind of cool. Yeah, we have that kind of technology to make this thing sound like or feel like a vintage synthesizer.
Let me ask you, what's more complicated? Is an old school super analog, what do they call it, through hole design more complicated than the electronics in a new, like in a third wave? Like, is a third wave synthesizer more complicated than an old school analog synthesizer?
That's hard to say, because
I know.
I mean,
that's what I don't know the answer. I'm just asking.
I would probably say yes, because there's a whole lot more that goes on in that. You have to, so now you've got, and just like Matteo said, you've got a group of people that are going to have to learn how to program. They're going to have to learn how to program the thing. They're going to work on how to make things work, to connect to the different knobs and stuff, where analog is all done with, diodes and resistors and transistors. And I mean, it's all, everything has to function when you turn a knob to make something happen.
So they're like equally complicated, but just
equally
different.
complicated.
Just different.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, let's hear what Epson's got to say.
and have a auto tune button to put the oscillators in check for another half hour. That would be more fair, in my opinion. Let me tell you another little fun true story. There is a famous studio and live bassist. I will not mention his name, but you can easily Google this and find out yourself. And he has a little knob installed on all of his basses. The knob is not wired to anything, it just sits there on the body of the bass guitar. And when a producer tells him that, that take isn't exactly what I'm looking for, the sound isn't right, the bassist just makes sure that the producer sees it, and he just turns the knob a little bit, and he just play the same thing again, and the producer will always give a thumb up and say, perfect. Again, perception is everything. We listen with our eyes and not...
Yeah, but what's his point?
But that's a true story, though. I've watched that video of that guy telling that story, and it's funny because I've been in studio situations where engineers would say stuff like that, and you kind of go, oh yeah, let me adjust that for you. But engineers have done that live. Okay, they're like, yeah, man, I need some more guitar on my monitors, and the engineer will look like he's turning a knob, and then he'll give the thumbs up to the musician. The musician go, yeah, that's perfect, dude, and he hasn't even touched the freaking thing. So that's a true story. But anyway, what's his point? I don't know really. I mean, I guess like
perception is reality was his point.
Perception is reality. I guess, you know, he's trying to say that, you know, apples and oranges are the same fucking thing. I don't believe that.
Do you think Mateo got too emotional? Do you think he let his emotions get the best of him there and reacted?
I think got a little butthurt because he's a programmer. He's you know, I don't blame him. The guy works hard for a living, you know. People think, you know, people always have this perception, speaking of perception, people always have this perception that, you know, musicians don't work hard. You know, they have this perception is like, oh, it's all fun and games. When you're a working musician, okay, I know what it's like to be on the road. I know what it's like to play in bands. I know what it's like to work in a studio. When you're a working musician and you're being paid for your services as a musician, it's a job. There's stresses that go with it and everything. You know, sitting in my studio and doing what I do, I'm having fun. Nobody's paying me, right? Nobody, I don't have any deadlines, right? I came out with my album. I didn't have somebody breathing down my neck going, man, you got to release this album soon. You know what I mean? Or somebody saying, oh, that track sucks, do it over. I got me, you know what I mean? But when you're a working musician, I think he got a little butthurt about that.
I think so too. Which is fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
you know,
Hans Volt's basically like he just explained the vintage knob. You see, Hans Volt describes it as the dummy knob. What he's saying is there is a dummy knob on your synthesizer, right? It's like, it's basically telling you it's a vintage knob when it can't be a vintage knob. So that makes sense in a way.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
I guess. I mean,
it's not vintage. What are you doing? Is that like, call it something else? I agree. Vintage.
Well,
I think it's just easy.
I have a button on my Silver Bullet that says vintage.
Hypers said that, you know, Hype Z or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
I heard there's only a small postage stamp size chip inside the Juno-X. I don't know. I never opened it up. Never will.
You know, ears. Two other synths that are very expensive now, the Roland Jupiter X and the Roland Juno-X. Both hardware synths wrapped in a nice shell with lights.
Hey man, get off my Juno-X, Espen.
All right, look it.
Yeah.
I forget I'm going to find it. I forget the name of the dude who, that's what he does. He takes synthesizers apart. He shows you what's inside them.
Find it. We'll play it next week.
I saw him do the Jupiter X. There's a lot of shit in that thing, man. All right. But you could say that about our Korgs. There's a Raspberry Pi in there, man.
How about this, bro? I don't even care, man. This is like, I'm at the stage now, dude. You're a synth veteran. I'm a synth recruit in this war of synths. No, but let's just be honest. You know, I'm kind of like, you got way more experience than me, and we're both kind of at the same place here at the moment. We're both looking at each other being like, I just like sound. I don't care if it comes from a pot or a pan, a Raspberry Pi and a Korg, the analog editor monopoly, the friggin' postage size stamp in the Juno-X. I don't care what it comes from. If it sounds cool, I like it.
Right. No, you're
Okay,
right.
get off my back.
You're right.
Epson and Matea.
Not
What are you saying?
It'd be nice having both of those sitting next to you, though, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I'm getting a Jupiter X soon, I think.
Oh God.
knobs and faders, but inside are the Zen core engine from Roland, which is in fact a computer. So both of these shells are running VSTs, and Roland Cloud has both the Jupiter 8 and the Juno on their Roland Cloud service, and you can get emulations of these synths from before, some even for free. $2,000 or $3,000.
That's just go on.
They're $500.
Yeah, I mean,
If you want to purchase those VSTs from Roland Cloud, they're $500.
dude,
I'm just saying.
I think this is crazy, and people are going to get
But
pissed at me. But VSTs are blow up dolls. Synthesizers, whether VSTs in a box, hardware, analog, digital, they're women. Okay.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
VSTs are blow up doll.
But here's
Hardware is a woman. VSTs are blow up dolls. Hardware is women. Okay? You pick what you want to do. But that's basically, if this was an IQ test and they said blow up doll is to woman, and then it would be as VST is to synthesizer.
All right, but wait. So here's the thing. So what if the Juno X is VSTs in a box? It's got it all shiny wrapped, whatever he said, right?
Yeah.
Unless you have a really good controller, okay, you could get that Juno pack, right? And it's still not going to act like the actual synthesizer because it's not made to.
No, dude. It's just not.
I mean,
you can't tell me you're going to have more fun playing the Juno X VST than the actual Juno X. Whether it's, you say what you want, if you say that, you're lying. I
have the Juno VST by Cherry Audio.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds great. I love it. I've used it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But here's my problem with it. I'm clicking a mouse to make it work.
Yeah,
you
dude.
know, I might be controlling it with my keyboard, but I'm not controlling the faders and the knobs on it.
This is unpopular. This is unpopular.
Wait, I'm not done yet.
Sorry.
Do I want to map that shit out? No, I don't want to do that anymore. That's why I buy hardware synths, so that I can actually twiddle the goddamn knobs and get the feeling of the emotion and everything out of the instrument. So
I think VSTs were made, honestly, this is crazy. I was thinking about this the other day. Me and you chatted about it. And I honestly think that the only reason VSTs were made is so people could make music and eat at the same time. And I'm starting to see signs of it everywhere. You know, I don't know, man.
So I like the idea of VSTs. So for instance, I have a friend of mine that moved to Australia. He's got a Mac, and he has a little, I think it's a key step he has, or he bought the Swing, one of them. And that's what he uses. He travels a lot. So he's got everything in a box, and he creates music that way. Does he put it out? I don't know what he does, man, but he's enjoying himself.
Mm-hmm.
I use VSTs on certain things, like the vocals that you hear on my album. Those were done using Native Instruments plugins. But I'm not using those for full blown synth sounds.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I use them for special effects and things like that. Now that I have the Ambient Zero, I'm going to be doing some cool shit with that.
I'm excited, man.
You know, that's a hardware piece that does cool stuff, you know? So, I mean, I get it. Like VSTs have a place. And I do use them in some of my music, but what's the matter, dude?
I'm just cracking, dude. The chat's hilarious. It's just so funny, man.
I just think that, you know, it's just like analog versus digital.
Yeah, it's a joke. We're all just playing around, man. I love VSTs.
No, you don't. You perform live. You don't using a DAW, right? And that's cool. Like, you do what you do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to get you into Logic because it'll blow your mind. But
I need a DAW. Listen, bro, I know. Okay. Some dude wrote me the other day. He's like, my life's goal is to make you use VSTs. And I was like, wow, dude. I think that was QWL said that. I was like, okay, man, game on.
Well, that's a pretty intense life goal.
Yeah, I was like, game on. Do you want to watch any more Epson or not?
I don't know. What do you guys think?
What do you
More
guys think?
Epson?
Do you want to keep Epson going or do you want to move on? I think we got the gist of it. I think
Matteo smoked Epson, and Epson.
I'm waiting for Epson's rebuttal. I'm excited to hear Epson's rebuttal. You know, I'm excited to hear how he responds to that.
He might not.
You might not, but I feel like Epson made this video to create beefs. It's like a beef video. Like this video was meant to create a beef.
I don't know. He might not, only because he said at the beginning of the video that he's going to get a lot of crap for it.
True.
So, so let me ask you a question. Where did you find that video of Matteo?
Rich Klobasa sent it to me in an email.
Really?
Yeah, he was like, man, they're coming hard for Epson. And I was like, oh, damn, I know in the comments. And then I clicked the video. I thought it was just going to bring me to Epson's video. And it sent me to that dude. And I was like, oh, wow, this guy's coming in like a bat out of hell, meatloaf style.
Did Matteo send that video to Epson?
I think he just posted it. And just kind of like what we're doing. It's just reacting to his video is what I think he's doing.
Interesting, man.
Does he have any other good points?
I don't know. We didn't see what they were saying in the chat.
Right.
Do you guys want to hear more of this?
I think Hans wants to. He said, "Where's the beef?" Someone's like, "Where's the beef?" I think we're creating it. Yeah. Let's just play
Matteo.
2 more minutes and then we'll move on.
That's his name.
2 more minutes and we'll move on.
For a Jupiter X or a Juno X, when you have the exact same sound in software, almost for free, perception is everything.
Oh, he's coming after the Moog Muse next.
He's coming after the Muse, man.
All right, let's hear that.
What about the Moog Muse? Well, Moog's always been associated with analog more than anything, fat basses, fat leads, that ladder filter, etc. The Moog Muse has digitally made contours and envelopes, etc. OS running inside that as well. And it's their flagship synth, their new flagship synth, but they've already discontinued the Moog 1, which was their flagship synth. And the company is in play. Will it last? Will it prevail? I don't know.
Whatever. Listen, someone just said Miles Away posted a rebuttal. You want to watch that?
Miles Away did?
Yeah, let's see it. Dude, I told you, this is the hottest topic on the internet right now. Let's see if he's got something.
Well, you gotta admit, if he's making money off of YouTube,
yeah,
he definitely making money off of this video.
Here we go. Ready? He's gonna hit us with an ad. Let's see. I want to watch the ad because, no ad. Interesting. All right.
He's going right. He's posting. He's reposting.
He's reposting. Yeah, he's just showing the first clip. Oh, Miles Away is coming in hot. Miles Away is coming in hot. All right, let's go. So we got Miles Away doing a rebuttal to Espen Kraft after the Synth Mafia is coming out. I told you, this is the Synth Renegades and the Synth Mafia are uniting, and Matteo is bringing them all together.
Smarty says the Synth Mafia responds.
All right, let's hear it. Let's see what he's got.
And these people, they often have a ton of synths in their home studios. So pay attention to these people and pay attention to how much music they make.
Dude, come on, man. I gotta go.
This is gonna be great.
I told you, I love Miles Away. I told you, Miles Away is a top G, dude. He's legit. I think he's amazing.
Dude, did you see that with the sound effects?
Yeah, let's watch it again. Let's watch it again. Everyone's like, skip forward, and they didn't even see that part. Hold on.
Their home studios. So pay attention to these people and pay attention to how much music they make, which is actually very little. These people never make any music with their gear at all. They are gear worshippers. All the synths I'm about to advise against.
What's up and welcome back. I wanted to do a little response to a recent video published by Espen Kraft. And before I begin, if that intro seemed like
1.1 billion plays, Miles Away's
I hope
music.
that people don't get me mixed up with him.
Who, Miles Away? Dude, you don't look anything like Miles Away.
Espen Kraft.
Oh. Yeah, well, guess what? You might get a bunch of people going to your channel.
True. Hey, asshole.
Yeah, screw you, Espen. It's like, dude, it's not me.
Like, you got the wrong guy,
Yeah,
man.
it ain't me, dude. All right, let's roll.
Like any sort of bragging or bravado. It's all just in fun and games. And I also want to disclaim that I really like Espen Kraft's channel. I think he's an awesome musician and YouTuber, and this response is not meant to start any sort of drama or be confrontational. I just thought that I have a bit of a different perspective and opinion than he does, clearly, so it might be worth sharing it on the internet. Well, overall, the main idea behind Espen's video, which you should watch in the description below if you haven't seen it, is that a lot of major synthesizers, including flagship synths from brands like Sequential and Moog, are scams because they are either just glorified VSTs in boxes, or they are made from cheap parts and don't justify their high price tag. For the second point, I'm not going to get into that because I feel like there's a lot of conjecture on both sides. I don't know how much R&D costs are required to make a synth, or how long that takes, how many hundreds of thousands of dollars are sunk into it that they need to recoup. And I also do know that looking at a company like Behringer is not a good example because they pretty much just take other people's ideas and then say they're their own, so they don't have any R&D costs or very...
What?
Is he coming at the Behringer Bros?
First of all, do you know the R&D that goes into actually duplicating those synths?
There's some
See, these
reverse
guys-
engineering, man. It's just
These guys don't get it, man. They don't get it.
Miles,
Miles,
baby, Miles,
you just-
baby,
you just- you
Miles,
lost
baby.
points, bro.
No, but I'll tell you what the deal is. Listen, I'll tell you what the deal is, and this is some inside baseball.
What, because he's got a matriarch hanging out behind him?
This is some inside baseball. There is a behind-the-scenes agreement of all the members of the Synth Mafia that there is a name that shall not be said. It's like Voldemort. He didn't say the name of the company, right? But
I thought he did.
No, he didn't. Let me check.
a synth, or how long that takes, how many hundreds of thousands of dollars are sunk into it that they need to recoup. And I also do know that looking at a company like Behringer is not a good...
He said, bro, he said it.
All right, respect. He said the name, so that's respect, because he's putting the money where the mouth is. Let's roll.
Example, because
He's got about $8,000 worth of guitar pedals behind him to the left there, too.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
pretty much just take other people's ideas and then say they're their own, so they don't have any R&D costs or very limited R&D costs. So that's not a great comparison there. But I want to focus more on the first portion, which I think is...
Yeah, the Behringer Bros are getting ripped to pieces tonight. You know what? We might have to make a Behringer Bros response video to all of them. I think it might be time to mount up. What do you think? I don't know. It might be time to throw on the American cowboy hat again and mount up and ride into the ride into town. What's everyone saying?
Fizgak says he doesn't have his third wave in the camera.
Yeah, because he lent it out.
I mean, he's got what? He's got an OBX.
OBX. He's got the Dave Smith. What is that? Rev 2?
No, that looks like
OBX8. Then he's got... I don't know what that one is. Anyone know what that is? And then he's got the Matriarch over there on the left. He's got the Syntrax.
Syntrax, and then above it is the what's that above it? That's that
above it is the ES one, isn't it?
Yeah.
The ES something. Then below he's got the Chroma console. He's got the
Big Sky.
The Big Sky, or it could be the Night Sky. Actually, that one actually
could be the Night Sky. Yeah.
And then he's got the Maris LVX. It looks like. Anyway, let's keep rolling.
Behringer is like the rap music of synths. Come on, bro. Come on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Classic difference of opinion and misunderstanding of why people get into analog synthesizers. So as you saw from that cheeky intro montage, I've been releasing and making music for years and years, and I actually started 100% in the box and used only VSTs up until 2018 or 2019. And spoiler alert, my music did not immediately improve overnight. If you're looking for me to say yes, buying a hardware synth was the magic bullet that took me from being an amateur to a pro, that's not the case. To the average listener, my music probably sounded more or less unchanged. You can go listen to my 2019 Miles Away EP, which was made entirely on VSTs like Diva and Serum, and then right after, go and listen to my song Strangers or Horrors, which are on the same label, made entirely on analog synths, and the mixdowns and the sonic characters sound pretty similar. But that's not the point of analog synths and hardware synths, and I think this is where I disagree with Espen and wanted to make a video. In my humble opinion, the point of getting a hardware synth collection, or even just one hardware synth at the end of the day, is essentially you are paying for a conduit to be able to take inspiration and ideas out of your head and perform with them in real time.
Boom,
Yep.
boom, boom, boom goes the dynamite from miles away.
Yep.
That is he basically said exactly what I have in my head.
Yeah.
It's a
I
conduit.
totally agree. I said that. I said when you're literally grappling with knobs and faders, and you might hear something in your head saying, "Gee, I wonder if I could filter sweep this, or if I could use an LFO on this." You get to do that.
Mhm.
And yes, you could do it with a VST too, but with a mouse in your hand, I've done
Nobody wants a mouse in their hand.
it.
All right, let's be honest. Come on,
Oh, you kill me, brother.
dude. You serious? At the
I'd
minimum,
say-
you want a
I'd
rat.
say something. but
I
I'll
should
be-
make a new mouse for computers called the Rat, and
Well,
make
there's I have a pedal called the Rat. It's a distortion.
Oh, I
pedal.
love that thing.
Thing's
Love it.
brutal.
Oh, it's gorgeous though.
Such a and it's so simply built.
It's very goth looking too, but I like that
It
one.
is,
Yeah.
and it glows in the dark.
So this is let me make this point real quick. And
That's
you
a
tell
handsome looking synth there.
Oh, the TE05. Jerry wants it called the TK05, but man, it's a beautiful synth. Beautiful synth. Beautiful, beautiful synth. All right, let me make this point real quick, and you tell me what you think. So I've been observing the synth community now for probably 2 or 3 years. And would you agree that I am a voracious consumer of content?
Yeah,
All right, as are you, and as are most people in the chat.
yeah.
I have observed a phenomenon in the synth community, and it seems to be directly, if we were to graph it, directly correlated with age and synth acquirement. There seems to be a portion of the synth community that has a mental breakdown due to overwhelming synth guilt and acquiring, and they have a moment where they just say, oh my God, look at how much money I've spent on all these synthesizers. And they have this weird thing inside them that they basically feel like they don't deserve them. And they break and they get rid of them all, right? They get rid of all the beauties in their place. They might keep 1 or 2, but they get rid of them all. And then what happens? They then have to come to grips with they will never ever be able to get all them back. So then they have to push so hard that it was the right decision, but it's just all gone now, and they'll never get it back. They can never get the spaceship back because there's not enough time. Now, where they've acquired it over years and built it up like we call this generational synth wealth. Generational synth wealth is if you pass away and you can leave your children or your friends or your brother 50 synthesizers, that's generational synth wealth. Okay.
I don't think they want them.
They'd be like, what the frig are all these keyboards, man? They're like, are you serious? ECHOKRAFT left me 50 damn synthesizers and he gave all his money to Joanne?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, but that's my theory.
No, because when we were talking about that earlier, and my wife was in the room, and she had just gotten home, and she said, and she, Laura's shop, my wife's shop, you know what I mean? And she said, he's just going to buy them again. You heard her say that. So, and she's right. I remember I sold everything. I kept, I think I had a controller and a motif. I had a 61 note motif, and it was silver. It's a nice keyboard. It had great sounds. And I sold everything. And I remember I was listening to this recording, and I forget who it was, this artist. Somebody said, hey, you got to hear this song. And I heard that, and I went, oh, I remember doing that shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I went home and I tried to do that on that motif. And I bummed because I had sold all the gear that was in my closet that I had put away when I moved.
Mm-hmm.
This is when I first got married. And I didn't sell it because my wife told me to. I would never marry anybody like that, first of all.
Mm-hmm.
I sold it because I was just like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know if it was synth guilt. I don't know what it was.
Well, so all right. Let me clarify real quick, Echo. So I don't mean if you sell gear, it's synth guilt. I don't mean if like you have a point in life where you have to move homes, You have to get rid of gear. I don't mean that. I mean, there seems to be a phenomenon where there are certain people in the synth community who've acquired an absolute breathtaking collection, whether it's 10, 20, 5, and they just break and get rid of them all because this guilt happens and they impulsively get rid of them because they feel like they don't deserve it. They've wasted too much money. Oh my God. But when they're gone, baby. You ain't getting it back. It's like that varsity jacket from high school that you you threw in that friggin' Goodwill tank or in the garbage. And then one day you're thinking about it and you're like, man, I'd just like to take that out and smell it again. I want to smell what I smelled like in grade 9. You ever think about that?
Yeah, because that was my point. I had all the Electribes by Korg. And the Electribes were great little desktop synthesizers. The drum machine, and the other thing is, Korg was the first company to come out with motion recording on the Electribes. I could record a filter sweep and on the bass Electribe, which was blue, and and they were all different colors. So you had your sampler was green, your drum machine was red, and there was a black one.
Bring those back.
Oh man, I wish they would, because they sounded great. And
shout out to DJ Canyon. He plays the Electribe all the time. He's cool.
I got to tell you, man. And then maybe like a couple of years after I experienced that, I went and I bought an Alesis. What's the little Alesis?
The drum machine?
Nope. It's a keyboard. Oh my God, I forgot the name of it.
It'll come back to you. Describe what it looks like.
It's a little long. It's about this big, little silver box.
Oh, the Atom?
Nope. And it had red on it. It had like red sides, and it had
the Ion.
Ion.
Yeah.
I bought an Ion thinking this is it. I'm going to be able to create those sounds again with this thing. And I was like, and literally within a year's time after I bought that synth, Korg came out with the Volcas, and my head went. I bought, at that time, there's a lot more vocals out now, but I bought all of them. And I had all these little modules, and I started making my sounds again. I actually posted recently, as last night actually, I actually posted a song called, I did it in a short, just to give you a taste of what I could do with the Volcas. And it's called Chasing the Cure. And I did that all on vocals. And I still have my little, I bought a Chaos, little yellow Chaos synth pad. I still have it. It's in the drawer. I didn't want to part with that thing. I thought that thing was the coolest thing. And I still have this guy.
You got the keys? The DX one? Oh, you got that little mini. What's that called?
This is a Korg Microtron, and this is the delay, the analog delay. This thing sounds unbelievable. I use this on all my recordings.
That's pretty cool.
I sampled the shit out of it too. But that's what I'm saying. Like, that was it for me. My head exploded, and I had to buy more. And I said, I'll never do that again, because my wife, even though I'm selling some gear to buy more gear.
Yeah.
My wife said today, you heard her, she said, he's getting rid of stuff and he's only going to rebuy it again. Well, yeah, I'm getting rid of a JU06.
Yeah, you're playing Synth Monopoly. You're getting rid of, what do you call it, to get Park Place?
Well, and to me, the Juno X is Park Place.
Yeah, so you got the Polybrute 12, and the Juno X and the Muse is what? Park Place and Boardwalk? What's your Park Place and Boardwalk of synths?
Yeah, I think you hit that right.
Yeah.
Park, yeah. Because I would love, believe me, I still want a Muse. I do. You know, that's still in my heart, but I don't.
Shout out to Big Korftron in the chat, got the Muse.
Yeah,
best
man,
Muse videos on the internet.
Yeah. And I can't justify spending that kind of money right now. That's just me. I want the Juno only because I had, like I said before, I had 2 Junos. And I'm getting rid of, like I said, I'm selling the JU06.
Yeah, so that's basically like an upgrade.
To get the real thing.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly, bro.
So, but anyway, I chatted too much, but.
No, not at all, man. That's the whole point, man. we're gonna respond to something, but do you want to finish to see? Because I thought Miles Away was gonna come in hotter, but he took the more diplomatic approach. Let's see if he's got anything else to say.
So I think it's a big disservice to say that a synth like the OBX8, Prophet 5, or Third Wave is just a VST in a box, because you're paying for the physical item that is an instrument. You're talking about the process of making music. A good counterexample to this is that if you hear this song, I made it entirely with Kontakt sample libraries. There was no real string players anywhere. I quote unquote got the same results with VSTs that I could have with hardware. This song was successfully placed in a commercial for Clash of Clans, and it sounds realistic because the sound.
I mean, what a friggin' pro, eh? Plug in. It's great. I mean, he's a friggin' pro. You got to give him credit. I mean, come on.
Plus, he uses Logic Pro.
He uses Logic Pro. All right, man. I got to get Logic. I'll tell you what. I got to get this whole rework going around here, man. You know that. All right, do you want to? Come on,
Same
Miles.
here.
Miles, give us a friggin' KO shot. Let's go.
Quality of Kontakt banks is great. Does that mean that there's no use anymore for a real cellist who could have played that part, or a real violinist? Absolutely not. That would be ridiculous to say. For some reason, synthesizers don't get the same level of respect as real acoustic instruments such as violins or cellos, where no one would ever say that there's no point in a violin existing anymore because we have an accurately sampled or physical modeled violin that we can get. It just doesn't make sense to me why synthesizers don't get the same level of treatment as acoustic instruments in terms of being viewed as a real instrument for a real performer. Where I'll wrap this up is that I definitely understand where Espen Kraft is coming from. I will 100% say you can make great music with VSTs, and whatever inspires you to make music and finish songs, that is what you should do. I know professional music producers who have had way more success than me that both use only VSTs as well as ones that swear by only using hardware. And there's a middle ground as well, which is probably where I'm at. But I think that it's important to have this kind of dialogue, because at the end of the day, your money is valuable. You should spend it on something that's going to inspire you and that you're actually going to play, because this is why we get these things. This is why we get into music production, is that joyous feeling of actually creating art and music. Hope you.
All right, thanks, Miles.
Right,
the diplomat. He's the diplomat.
So I was gonna say, so Miles Away was the referee.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, settle down, fellas. Settle down.
He's like, fella, you know, Matea, go to your corner. Epson, go to your corner. We're not calling this a draw because clearly Matea, he knocked the dude out, bro. I mean, come on.
I mean, I got news for everybody. I got to make a Behringer Bros video. I got to come at Miles Away. I got to come at Espen Kraft, and I got to come at Matea, because somebody's got to stand up for the Behringer Bros. And in the chat, you let me know. Do I got to break out the American cowboy hat, and do I got to go into Behringer Bro avatar and go at these fools and represent us properly? Let me know. Throw a double B in the chat if the Behringer Bro needs to mount up. What's up?
He said, well, Smarty says, well, he did bash Behringer.
Exactly, baby. So did Epson, and so did Matea.
Uncle Jerry, Hayes Anderson, completely understand. We're all the same, but yet different. Yeah, that's true.
Hans Volt threw a double no.
What is it? No, Miles didn't take on the meat. No, okay.
Oh, we got lots of BBs. They want to mount up. I'm mounting up tomorrow after work. Big time.
All right, bro.
I got to do it, dude. You know what?
I don't know.
Listen, sometimes the outlaw has got to get on his Mustang and ride into town, and he just got to let everyone know that, listen, somebody's standing up for Uli and the boys.
You better put your beekeeper suit on, because you're going to get stung, son.
I'm going to get stung because, listen, with all due respect, Mr. Miles, with all due respect, Mr. Espen Kraft, with all due respect, Matea, I can't remember his last name, but Mr. Matea, with all due respect,
okay,
the Behringer Bros are coming for you. Can I get a mount? Can I get a mount up in the chat or a horse emoji?
They're saying BB, bro.
It's time to mount up. Someone's got to do it. Someone's got to friggin' do it.
Yeah, there it is. Hype train.
Somebody's got to friggin' do it, baby. I got to do it tomorrow.
BB Monopoly review.
Behringer is the Kamala of synths.
Oh, Jesus, don't say that.
That's Hans Volt, vintage vagabond. You got to love him, man. He don't budge. You don't budge. Mateus Simovic.
Uncle Jerry's like, hell yeah.
Yeah, Uncle Jerry wants it. Listen, I'm mounting up tomorrow, and I wasn't going to break this out anymore. After the Beaver Wheats scenario, I had to ride out of town. I had to go back up in the hills. I had to set up camp, and I had to stay there. But it's time for the Behringer bro to mount up. I got to come down. I'm going to throw on my gear. I'm throwing on my American cowboy hat, and I'm going to have to mount up and do a video. And because somebody's got to do it.
Listen, I'm going to say this because I don't know, something happened to me tonight, and I got a lot of balls right now. Okay.
All right, let's do it.
I don't know what the hell Weaver Beats, Beaver Wheats, whatever the frig he's called. I've watched his videos. I still want to know, where's his beats? Where's his music? What does he do? What does he produce other than snarky, shitty videos with all the trolls that follow him?
Shots fired, dude. Are you ready for the heat?
I'm ready, bro, because I'm done with people like him. I've watched his video on Fruity Loops, and I was just done. I'm like, dude.
The Beavers are going to be gnawing the legs off your keyboard stands after this, bro.
Whatever, man. I'll just ghost them. I mean, come on. You know, it's like I put out music, I write music. I've done stuff on the Discovery Channel. I played in countless bands. I'm the real deal.
You are, baby. You know what you are? You're the real McCoy. You're the real synth coy.
Well, I mean, because I'm not trying to toot my own horn here, but it's like, put your money where your mouth is. Let's see what you got, man. Let's see what you do.
This is a call out. This is a call out from ECHOKRAFT and Synth Samurai. Weaver Beats. If you're ever listening, which you're probably not, because it's only the Synth Renegades who hang out here. If you're listening, Weaver, join the Kumite. I will give you a pass to the 2025 Kumite. You will be the first ever invitee to the Kumite. Weaver Beats. Everybody send Weaver this clip. He is invited to the Kumite to come in and bring us the beats. All right, how about that?
Yeah, and if and if there's any spies watching this right now, because I know they're out there, and they go back and they say, "Oh, ECHOKRAFT said blah blah blah." I don't really care, man. I really don't anymore. I'm done.
You're gonna get your keyboard legs chewed off by the beavers.
My keyboard legs are made out of titanium, bitch.
Hey,
so let's.
Do you know when beavers gnaw on a tree and they stop for a second? They listen for cracks.
Yeah, to see which way the tree's gonna fall.
That's what I'm listening for.
They're smart.
That's what I'm listening for right now.
But I hate to sound like an asshole, but what does it say? Weaver Beats is what?
Off the dry food, whatever that means.
Weaver isn't into synths at all.
Listen, this is unpopular. I dig Weaver. I think Weaver's hilarious. I think Weaver's a disruptor. I know you don't, man, but I think Weaver's a disruptor. I think he's kind of hilarious in his own way. I think he carved out an interesting style. But I'll tell you what, nobody comes after Lord Uli unless you getting through the Behringer Bros.
Well, it looks like Miles did.
Miles did. Now he's going to get the Behringer Bros. And listen, you heard when that video started, I was like, Miles, I love you, brother. But you come after the Behringer Bros. Behringer Bros coming for you.
Miles, much respect for Miles. He's the real deal. Much respect for Matea. He's the real deal.
Real deal, Holyfield.
And much respect even to Espen Kraft. I have respect for people who put their money where their mouth is. And I do the same. I did a thing about expensive synths. I did a thing about inexpensive synths. I talk the way I talk. I talk off the cuff. I have nothing scripted. I do what I do. Same with you, Samurai. That's why I when I first saw your channel, I said, "Who the hell is this guy?"
Who, me, the king of cringe? You talking about me?
And I'm like, you know what? I like this guy. I like his style. I like the way he does things. I like his music. And I immediately was like, I got to talk to this dude. So, and that's the thing, like there's too many people out there that are like, oh, I can't say anything. If I say something, they're going to come after me. Now, you, on the other hand, did kick the hornet's nest that time.
Yeah, that was a social experiment. And I definitely got I got the results I anticipated, but I didn't anticipate the results.
I mean, I probably just did too, just now what I said, but I don't care.
Thing is, let's have him into Kumite. I'll give him an honorary invite into the Halloween Kumite. If Weaver Beats wants to join the Halloween Kumite, the invite is in. If he wants to join the 2025 Kumite, he is in. That's it.
Now, somebody said he's not into synth. So what does he do?
He just uses plugins and dials and VSTs, right? So he just talks about. Listen, remember we had the discussion a little while ago about the recipe.
Yeah,
it's a known thing in the synth mafia that there's a recipe, right? But the synth mafia doesn't want to dip into that recipe. But like Jorb, sometimes he knows that he doesn't really want to make some videos this month, so he dips into the recipe and he'll do a Behringer hate video and it'll get like 80, 90,000 views and insane interaction. So what he's doing, it's kind of like synth dark arts. He knows that he's throwing out a Behringer hate video because he knows it's going to get, it'll basically keep his numbers going.
And he used to like Behringer.
He started with the Deep Mind. That's where he got his come up, right? But then once you get in the synth mafia, you can't do Behringer. It's just the way it is. Sorry. You know, I mean, there's only a few people that still cover it. Nick Bat and Starsky Carr still cover Behringer. So
yeah,
they are, to me, legit bona fides.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Because why wouldn't you just cover it? Why would you not say it? You know?
Well, here's the thing, you know, and I know, you know, you've got a company like Behringer now who, you know, they had a name before, you know, and they were noted for really inexpensive stuff. And they made speakers. I had Behringer monitors that I used in the show that I was in. And I had, you know, I've used Behringer outboard gear, like the multi-effects units and stuff like that. But when Behringer came out with synthesizers, when they came out with the DeepMind 12, right? And they started building this stuff, they exploded. And I think that Behringer right now is a pretty legit standing alone synthesizer company. You can't say that they're not.
I think they're the best. I mean, I think they're the best because I think they're the best as far as they are the most connected to the community. Yeah. They're the most connected to their customer. They make mistakes, but the amount of volume they pump out compared to the mistakes they make is way off ratio. Do you know? They make quality gear. It's built good. It sounds good. Like, the problem with Behringer is, me and you talked about this. The problem with Behringer is they keep using the word clone and they keep connecting themselves to a clone. If they would just say inspired by and make it look different, but they've got this connection, and maybe it's because it's like we were just saying, you know what butters the bread, right? And what butters the bread is the clone, because you immediately have a marketing tool. But I think inspired by is just as good, you know?
I think that would be brilliant.
Inspired by, like the Synthex, calling that the STX for the new Elka Synthex clone.
Right.
It doesn't look anything like the Synthex. So they should just say, we've gathered all the experts who worked on the Elka Synthex, and we're creating the Behringer SEX, you know, like.
Yeah, totally agree, man.
Yeah, I think that's the way to go. But
and you know, it's funny, you know, I like Behringer because they're inexpensive and they sound good, right?
Yeah.
I've had my issues, but I've had my issues with Moog. You know what I'm saying? Like,
100%, dude.
They're electronic. Electronics break down. Electronics do funky things. I mean, I've got, let's see. I'm just going to bear with me for 1 sec.
Oh, take your time,
1, 2,
bro.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Am I missing anything?
You got 12 Behringers, bro?
I got 12 pieces of Behringer gear in my studio.
Damn, dude. You should be the friggin' leader of the Behringer Bros. Man, come on. I'll go deputy sheriff to you. Seriously, dude.
No, I mean, I've got the RD6. I've got the TD. What was it? The TD3. I've got the Juno. I've got the DeepMind. I've got 2 edges.
You got the Juno deep on your mind, is what you got.
I do, actually. Yeah. I've got the 2 Wasps, the Cat. I've got 2 Behringer mixers. And I've got the MS1.
Everybody wants to know how we met.
Basically, I saw Samurai's channel, and
But I saw yours.
yeah, it was weird.
Yeah.
I kept watching his stuff, and I kept saying to my wife, going, "This guy's amazing. Like he's on top of things. He makes sense when he talks. He thinks like me." And that's the thing that blew my mind. And so I just messaged you.
Yeah, I think we were chatting. I messaged you a few times in the comments, and and you're like, "Dude, we should hook up and do something." And I was like, "Yeah, let's friggin' do it."
And we tried it. And remember that we couldn't get the Zoom thing to work, and like,
oh yeah, we cut out every 30 minutes.
Yeah. And then you said, "Okay, we'll give it another shot, maybe tomorrow night or whatever." And we said, "Okay." And that's when we started, we did the first one, and we were like, "Hey, this is fun. Let's do it again." And we've been doing the Synth Fighter now, for a few months, right? I mean,
yeah, 15 episodes every second week. So it's definitely a few months now. How about this for an idea, bro? I think I talked to you about this a while ago, and I'm just going to throw this out there because I'm just trying to beta test everything. Do you think that anyone would ever be interested in a Boston, Massachusetts Synth Renegade meetup where it got coordinated? Everyone met up in Boston for a night or a night or two, coordinated some hotels, maybe checked out if there's any studios around, got some studio time, or something a lot. This is all brainstorming. There's no bad idea. I'm just thinking here.
Yeah.
Got some studio. We all hang out, play some music, or we all just go out, have some dinner together, go to a bar, chill out, relax. Or if there's something happening, some live music somewhere, we all go to that. Just have a meetup for a night, and then maybe that can spur on some like a Synth Renegade once a year meetup somewhere.
That'd be cool.
I think that'd be cool. I don't know if anyone would be interested in that, but I figure Boston's such a cool place because it's like everybody can get a flight into Boston. We can figure out somewhere to stay. I mean, I got no problems doing all the organizing and figuring out and then just giving people the details. Me and you'll figure it out or something like that. I think that'd be cool.
I think that'd be really cool.
And dude, even if it was like 6 people to start.
Well, it'd be cool to meet people. Like,
just meet up with everyone.
From what I see all the time is you guys see what we look like. And, some people have video channels and we watch them, but, a lot of times I'm just texting to a blank face, so yeah, that would be really cool just to kind of meet people and hang out and, do what we do best, talk synthesizers.
Yeah, shoot off, talk synths, have a laugh.
Yeah.
I think it's a cool idea. Something to think about. I think it'd be dope. I mean, it's something where we'd have to throw it out there because we're all Behringer bros except Hans, but I know Hans works hard for his money and it takes a little bit of time to save up some cash to do something like that. But
Hans says that's far.
Yeah, Hans, I don't know where he's at. I think it's New Jersey. So it'd have to be a flight or something or a drive. New Jersey's not that far. New Jersey's only friggin' 4-hour drive?
Odyssey says he's in Maine.
Maine's legit. George G's is around. Nova Scotia, Twin Cities Auction, Canadian boy. Right?
Yeah.
We could even do something crazy. I know Hayes is in Nashville. Maybe we could organize a Nashville trip or something.
Oh.
You could do something cool. Anyways, it's just an idea I want to throw out there.
Nashville's the bomb.
An annual Synth Renegades gathering. We'll call it a general, what we call it, like a general board meeting or something.
There is the
Hans, you gotta go, man. Come on, give me a break. You gotta be there, bro.
There is the Nashville Summer NAMM.
Nashville Summer NAMM might be something cool to do. Roll in. I'll order like 30 leather biker vests and I'll get Synth Renegade patches on the back. Get all your sauces. We'll all roll in like 3,000 deep.
It's a hell of a town. Nashville's
I love Nashville. Nashville's awesome.
All
right, let's do it in DC. Let's do it in DC.
If we did go, I don't want to go to DC, bro. DC's gonna burn, son.
Go to the pit of the Viper pit. Yeah.
If we go though to Nashville, my wife would have to come because
dude, listen, man.
She would not let me go to Nashville without her. She loves Nashville.
The way I roll, bro? If dudes don't want to bring their women or their men or whatever you're into, then I mean, it's all good. But my woman rolls with me everywhere, right?
Same here.
I love hanging out with her. She's my
Same
best
here.
friend. I roll with her deep, and dudes dig her, chicks dig her, and your missus is the same. And I hope that anybody, if this kind of meetup happened, if your missus wants to roll, she'll roll. But sometimes she don't want to roll with the synth renegades, right? Because it's
That's true.
Because it's nerdy and boring.
But my wife would definitely. My wife's same with me, man. My wife's my best friend. We go everywhere. We do everything together. You know what I mean?
All right, hold up. Are there any more responses from the Synth Mafia that we need to check out before we wrap it up? Because I want to hit the JUN0-D real quick before we wrap it up.
What happens in Boston stays in Boston.
Beantown. Is that Boston's Beantown?
That's Beantown, baby.
All right, Beantown, baby. We'll hit the Harpoon Brewery, or we'll go to a restaurant. We'll roll around, see what's happening. We'll do it all.
Yeah.
Only VST's allowed. No way. Everybody has to bring, here's the deal. There's only one deal. Everybody has to bring 1/4 inch jack cable, 6 foot long, one Behringer synthesizer. And
Does it have to be Behringer?
yes.
Oh.
I thought you were the head of the Behringer Bros. You got 12 of them. What are you talking about?
Well, yeah, but I don't want to. I could bring something else. I have a little Korg unit that I could bring.
Yeah, I'm just kidding. That'd be something crazy to do. That'd be the next one. I think the most simplest thing is to be like, if we can do it, here it is. This is what it is. If you want to come hang out, come hang out. And this is where the hotel we're staying. Maybe me and you will just be like, me and Echo and our ladies are staying at this hotel on this date. If anyone wants to come in, we're going to be going here, here, and here. If you guys want to hang out, meet up with us, let's just do it. Let's roll like that.
Yeah.
And then something like that. Figure it
Whatever,
out.
man. Like
Yeah.
I think it'd be cool.
Yeah.
You know, there is that Synth Expo thing that happens in at that Synth
Oh,
Cube.
the Cube. Yeah. So let's plan maybe for the Cube next year, because I want to do a tailgate party at the Cube.
And the thing about the Cube is it's in a weird place, man. From what my friend Jimmy told me, there's not a whole lot of parking. You know, it's just weird. I know they were doing before they did the Cube. They were doing it at the Microsoft building in Burlington, Mass, which is huge. And there's a bunch of it's a huge parking lot. That would have been cool if they kept doing it there. But they were doing it at the Museum of Science in Boston too.
Mhm.
But then they built this Synth Cube. And now I guess that's where they're having it all the time.
I think they got something going on the 29th of this month.
Oh, really?
I think so. I thought I saw something about it, but everyone seems into it. No one's saying there's any updates from Synth Mafia. So Echo, let's talk about this real quick, because I know me and you were excited about it, and then we'll wrap it up for tonight.
All right.
Let's jump over here real quick. So this came out today. We talked about it. I think we both did a show on it, so we don't need to really play any videos about it, because I think everybody who's in the chat saw the video. But we'll just talk about it and go over the specs real quick. This is the JUN0-D series. You had some insight in why they called it JUN0-D? I don't know. Did you know?
Yeah. Was it the Roland D5? I believe that's what it's taken from, right? Is the D series. I don't remember it being called the Juno, though. That's the thing. I just remember, I thought it was like the D5.
It's got the Juno colors, right?
It does have the Juno colors, so that kind of threw me off a little bit.
I know what they're going to do. Got it already, bro. Figured it out. They're doing Jupiter D next.
You think so?
Yeah, they did the Jupiter X first last time, then they did the Juno X. Now they're doing the JUN0-D, and then they're going to do the Jupiter D. This
replaced the JUNO-DS series, which actually one of them used to come in all black keys. It was pretty badass looking. So I don't know. I don't really know what they're doing with this, because if you look up JUNO-DS, it looks very similar to this.
The JUNO-DS?
Yeah. It looks very similar to this, and it's like I said, there's one model that was out. It was a limited edition model with black keys.
JUNO-DS, eh? Let's check it out.
Yeah, there it is right there, the DS61.
JUNO-D.
So they had the same.
Okay.
It's very similar. It's the thing that it's minus is the knobs.
JUNO-DS. This one here? That looks like the friggin' one we're just looking. Is that the Juno? Okay.
Yeah, that's the DS.
2021.
So it looks very similar. So I don't really know. exactly what they were actually doing when they did this, but now this one's called, the new one's called the JUN0-D.
I mean, they look pretty friggin' similar.
Yeah,
Look at
it's
that.
very similar. Yeah.
To be honest, the old one looks better.
Well, the thing is, the new one has the sequencer built into it. See it?
Oh yeah, and it's got the scenes and everything. Okay,
It's got a bigger screen and stuff.
so it's all right. I think. All right, let's go through superficial to under the skin. Do you think that looks cool, or does it look crap?
I think it looks kind of nice.
It looks all right. Juno colors looks kind of cool.
It reminds me very much of like kind of like where the 80s digital synths were going, you know.
Mhm.
Although the bigger screen on this is much nicer, but it kind of reminds me of that kind of era.
I hate
we
this
don't-
space. I hate this space.
Why?
I just hate this open space.
Well, you have open space on the Juno.
Yeah, and I hate it.
What?
I just don't like it, man. I like, you know, that's the thing about the Hydra synth. The Hydra synth you got, there's no open space.
No, but I like the open space because what I like about that is I can put a pedal on it.
Yeah, the Hydra synth deluxe got a big open space on the side.
Well,
but they writ something there. Write something on this space. Put something in this space, man.
Yeah, but didn't the Hydra synth, they built that part of they said it's made to put like a pedal or another
Yeah,
unit on top of
it's got an attachment that extends it back so you can
yeah,
have
which
like,
is pretty cool.
it's going to be for the Hydra drum for sure.
Oh,
They're going to do it, dude. They're going to.
ASM has to do something.
We got to ask Matea. He works for him. So Matea, if we can get him on the show, maybe he'll let us know.
Yeah, we
All
got to
right.
figure that out.
Let's check it out. So the highlights down here. Here's the highlights. Gig ready keyboard, pro sounds, intuitive workflow, instant access, blah, blah, blah. Flagship Zencore. This is the crazy part. 3,800 sounds
3,800 sounds
for $899. So I'm guessing it pretty much probably has all the same sounds as the Juno X.
Probably.
Probably. And obviously you got access to this crazy cloud that Juno's got, or that Roland's got on the go.
There's more. I mean, on the Juno X, obviously, there's more functionality for
Yeah.
editing and sound creation.
It's like a synth.
Yeah.
So you got the other crazy thing. They're not. Oh yeah, an 8-track pattern sequencer.
Yeah.
That's heavy duty,
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
right? 8-track sequencers, pretty cool,
Now-
man.
Can the Juno X do up to 7 layers?
I don't know if it can do the Super 7 layers or not.
Because that's the thing that struck me too. I was like, wow, 3,800 sounds and super 7 layers.
Yeah, actually,
Like-
super sawed it.
Yeah. That's crazy.
I was gonna watch the interview. Let's just go to the super saw part. Super layers right here.
A new feature on the JUN0-D is what we call a super layer. A super layer is a sound that's been duplicated onto several or even all channels, detuned to your liking. Okay, so I got this single synth lead here. And then I'll simply activate the super layer and we can see what it sounds like. Now it's a lot thicker all of a sudden, but we can also add an amount of layers. So I can change from 3 to 7. And I can also change the detune factor to up to 30. Now, as
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. I thought he could have done a better demo
Patch.
of those 7 layers, a better patch, but very cool. Very cool.
I was very impressed with this, man. I was
there
blown
was
away by it.
there was another part that impressed me too. Where is it? I like. Where is it? Is it the sequencer? The part where he does the
Sample input. Oh,
Yeah.
the vocoder.
yeah, the sample input was cool too.
now on top of our celebrated Zencore sound engine, the JUN0-D also supports sample import. For instance, here I have a looping vocal sample. Now let's add the same sample, but up an octave. And then layer it with a nice piano pad. For any player setup or scene, you can also add the chord memory. Now the chord...
All right, this was cool too. Yeah, the voice part over here. Vocals.
Enhance your music further by adding vocals. Use the dedicated mic input complete with volume control and pro effects like noise suppressor, EQ, reverb, and compressor. Tap into popular vocal techniques like auto pitch and vocoder to add a modern touch to your performances.
Falling Over Backwards says it can't do the 7 layers.
What can't the Juno?
The Juno, yeah.
Yeah, that seems like this. Well, I'm guessing. I'm kind of thinking because they highlighted it. It's a
thing. Yeah.
Yeah, and even this voice thing. I know that we were talking earlier. I mean, you said, "Oh, the Juno X got a vocoder and it can do it." But there's something about how this voice sounds so female.
Well, I think the vocoder engine is the exact same one, though, dude. To be honest,
I don't know.
with
Is
you.
it? Does it got some
I think
AI
so.
to make me? Because you know what would be cool if Roland's integrating where I can sing into this thing and sound like Whitney Houston. Seriously, wouldn't that be nuts?
Yeah, you got to sing the national anthem, bro.
No, I want to sing her famous song. I always synth you. Yeah. I will always.
You can do that with the VT4, dude.
I can, but I don't know. Maybe he's just got it dialed in so good. Probably.
Well, I mean, it might be a better vocoder engine than the VT4 came out.
I'm gonna get the vocoder hooked up to the Juno X. Cool thing about it is you're getting the Juno X, so we'll be able to like.
We'll
figure it
be
out.
able to like go back and forth and figure it out. I'm pretty sure that that the VT4 can do that.
Epic.
But then again, the VT4 is a lot older too, so the technology that they have in the Juno X is probably better.
Yep. Gotta be. Did you like this part here? This sounds friggin' nuts.
It's nice, man.
Give me that lo-fi piano. I can't play piano, dude. But when I'm looking at him, I'm like, I can do it, but I can't. I can't, man. I can't yet.
You can.
I can't.
You will.
Yet. I'm going to play that lo-fi pad at some point.
Pad 1.
I'll figure it out. That's cool though.
Pad 1. You will. The force is strong in you.
I can do it. I can do it, bro. I can do it.
I know you can, man.
I can friggin' do it. So what do you think, man? JUN0-D. What are your thoughts? Final thoughts.
It's pretty cool. I'll be honest with you. I was kind of sitting there going, I have almost the funds to buy this.
$8.99.
You know, do I want to do that or do I want to get the Juno X? And I got to get the Juno X, dude.
Dude, Juno X is like, compared to the Hydrasynth Deluxe too, it's not as big. I was looking at it, I was like, oh, this is actually like, so if I was get the double stack, it's going Hydra and then Juno's going on top.
Yeah, it's a thin synth. It's skinny. Yeah.
It's good looking though, man. It's handsome. It's handsome synth.
It really is.
It's cool, man. It's super cool.
You know, so I mean, I like I said, I was kind of weighing it. I remember I texted you, I said, I don't know, man. I'm kind of mixed up and confused now. But then the more I thought about it, I said, nah, I got to get the X. And it's simply, I know this sounds stupid, but it's because it looks like a Juno.
Mm-hmm. Dude,
so
I'll get the JUN0-D to go on top of this next year, like George G said, for $600. I think the JUN0-D would go good with the Juno X. You got the drum pads. Because guess what, man? Playing drums with the keys is just annoying.
Well, that's why I got a drum kit. That's why I got a drum kit over there.
Yeah.
I'm a drummer, that's why. But I mean, you know, I hate playing drums on keys, man. I hate it, you know. But and that's why I got drum machines, you know.
I think what excited me about the JUN0-D, brother, was that I'm seeing some glimpses into the future. So I'm not even looking at the JUN0-D. I'm looking at
Zencore.
What's potentially going to be coming down the pipe, technology-wise. And this is kind of where I go back to agreeing with Matteo, or Mattia, or however you say his name, is I'm watching Roland is is doing really cool stuff, and I think their next wave of flagships or whatever you want to call them are going to be really freaking impressive, man. They're going to be really like just the fact that in the JUN0-D they're putting an audio interface in it so you can plug it right in your phone and stream
Which is
live.
Crazy. When he shows that at the end,
it just makes sense.
That blew my mind. I'm going, wow, how cool is that? Like, if you just want to be a band in the box kind of dude and do videos,
yep,
and make music that way and have a YouTube channel, you can.
Yep.
You know, it's pretty cool. But I mean, Roland, you know, they've always been the forefront, you know, cutting edge kind of company. I think there for a while, I think I'm going to say within the early 90s, they were kind of, I think Roland was searching for a voice because digital technology came in and it just like, it screwed everything up, man. I'll be honest with you. It screwed up the analog market. The digital market was swamped with DX7 sounds.
Disruption.
And it was. And I think all the companies were kind of like grasping onto things going, what do we do? You know? And then you had Korg came out with the Electribe series and things like that. And that's when things started to change, you know? I mean, that's how I went through it. So
it seems to me, don't you think there's going to be some type of disruption coming soon? That's what I'm feeling. There's like, I don't know, man. I just, I know Hans Volt isn't going to like this, but I just feel that analog is, the sun is setting. The sun is setting.
Think so.
The sun is setting.
I think you're wrong.
The sun is setting.
I think there's going to be more integration of hybrid synthesis.
I just got that Western vibe because I'm trying to get in Behringer bro mode, dude. Come on.
I know, but like, look behind me.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah, they're all hybrids.
The Mini Freak's a hybrid. It's a great synthesizer.
Super Freak, baby. That's what I'm waiting for.
Well, that's what I'm hoping, you know, Arturia does, and, you know, put the peanut butter and jelly away. But
yeah, dude, the Cream Dream. I got word from a bird that the Cream Dream might be one and done.
I'm telling you, man.
I think the Muse staked it. I think the Muse staked it.
It sunk its battleship.
I think there's a pile of Cream Dreams piled up in the warehouse right now. And it ain't a pretty picture, is what I think.
I mean, I just watched a video the other today, actually, after I made the video on the JUN0-D, and I was watching it was a new video on the PB12, and I just sat there and I went, I'm not hearing what people are hearing.
What do you hear? What are you hearing? What are you hearing then?
I'm hearing it's thin to me.
You think it's freaking thin, bro?
For an analog synth, that thing should be rumbling my bones. And I sat there I said, is this a PB in the wild? I don't know, dude. It was, I don't know if I can find it. It was.
I think you're going to see the Cream Dream. I hate to say it, but you're going to see the Cream Dream $3,300. They're going to have to drop the price on that. And it's sad because, you know what they need? They need a huge push of, I mean, there's no polybrutes in the wild, bro. There's zero polybrute, new polybrute 12 videos on YouTube.
Well, they didn't have any to sell.
There's not even any now. When did that come out? In May or March?
I think, didn't somebody just post that the, what do you call it? Here it is here.
I see a Cream Dream and I want to paint it black. That's what you think.
No, I don't. I like the color. I do. I just don't. I was not impressed with the sound. Let me go to my, hold on. Give me one sec. Cause I'm going to actually
That was
go to
Kieran
my
Moore.
channel.
I stole that joke from Kieran Moore in the chat.
Oh, let's see.
Sounds like bird equals synth funk.
I clicked on it and I listened to half of it and I went, eh.
Listen,
I'm listening.
The Moog Muse has destroyed the Polybrute 12 hype. And nobody has come along to bring that hype back. And I'm telling you right now, Arturia, if you are listening, if you send me that Cream Dream, I will purchase a t-shirt off of myself and wear it, and I will give the most incredible Cream Dream demo in the history of synthesizer demos. And I think it would probably increase sales probably 2.5 to 4%.
Okay.
I don't know if that's a big number. I think I would. I would.
I'm going to hit Diddy up and get some baby oil for you, all right?
And you know, okay, here's the deal, dude. Here's how crazy this is. And you know what? This sounds crazy to say. Arturia, if you're, and you know what? This is how I have to keep the dream alive. Arturia, if you send me a Polybrute 12, I will do the realest, most rawest Polybrute 12 demo of all time. I'll do one video and I'll do it for 3 hours long. After that video, I will do a live raffle and give that Polybrute 12 away to somebody in the chat.
Wow.
That's what I'll do. If you send me the Polybrute 12, I'll do a 3-hour live demo right out of the box. And when the demo's over, I will raffle the Polybrute off to somebody in the chat.
How about using it for the Kumite prize?
Send me one for that too.
What's that thing? $8,000? That's $8,000 right there for 2 of those puppies.
Who cares? It's all fake anyway. Money's fake anyway. We're going to Bitcoin. Don't you know that?
Well, that's going to happen sooner or later. I hope it's not. Never mind. I'm not going to even go there.
I gotta get my Shibu Inu popping again, man. Come on.
I hope that it would be mind blowing if they did see this video and they do send you one.
Send it one. I'll demo it for 3. I'll do a 3-hour demo, and I will give it away at the end. You know, that's how you do it.
I think it'd be great. Would I be involved in that raffle?
Anybody's involved. Anybody.
Even though I don't want one.
Yeah, dude, listen, you better start backpedaling because you hate that thing. I don't know if I can let you in the raffle.
I don't hate it. It just wasn't impressive enough for me.
Raffle tickets are free. No payment. If you're in the chat, that's how it'll work. Details will get ironed out. But if you're in the chat, I will have Katana pick out every name in the chat as the 3-hour demo is going. And when the 3-hour demo is up, every name that appeared in the chat will be put into my Behringer Bros cowboy hat. And one name will be picked out of that cowboy hat. And you will get the Polybrute 12. All you have to do is pay for the shipping, basically.
Was it M Prism? Says that you should clip this and spam Arturia with it.
Yeah, someone sent it to Arturia for me. I can't clip it. I got too much crap on the go. Seriously. I don't know who it was. I was talking to someone the other day. I'm not going to mention no names or anything. I was talking to someone the other day, and he wanted me to go on tour and do something. And I was like, bro, I was like, listen, man, all due respect, thank you for the encouragement. But I got like 3,500 jobs I'm trying to do, plus do this for a laugh on the side. I will not be doing any tour. And 2, I can't go on tour because I don't have any idea what I'm doing. All right?
Well, the other thing is, I'm sure Katana would be like,
she'd be like, Samurai, what do you mean you're going down to the local middle school to play for those 6 dudes who want to hear synthesizers in America? It's like, no, it's not happening, you know?
Yeah, there's no, there's really no outlet in this country.
Yeah, it's like, weren't you supposed to cut the lawn with the push mower for friggin' hell? You know, it's like, what? I'm trying to get a friggin' seated mower around here.
Man, I'm going on tour.
Yeah, I'm going on tour. Right. I'm going on tour. The tour, this is the tour. How about that? This is the tour right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been on tour.
Yeah. And what's it like? It's rough.
It's fun, but it's not fun.
Speaking
You know,
of
when you-
tours,
Yeah.
shout out to the Pixies are going on tour.
Oh, they are?
Yeah, shout out to David Lovering, the Pixies. He checks out. He likes the Synth Fighter podcast, man. So
Yeah,
shout
that's
out to
true.
him.
Yeah, yeah.
They're going on tour.
When was the last time they went on tour?
I think they're still on tour. I think they've been on tour.
Oh, really?
I think they're just doing tour after tour after tour after tour after tour. Unlimited energy.
A friend of mine saw them, Jesus, years ago with, I think they played with Muse. Was it Muse? Oh, Weezer.
Oh,
Might have been Weezer.
Ooh,
Yeah.
ooh, ooh, I look just like Buddy Holly. That's what it should be. Ooh, 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 I look just like ECHOKRAFT.
No, but he said it was a good show. He said the Pixies were great.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
That's cool, man. I'd like to see him sometime. I heard they're coming to Boston at some point. That'd be cool.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe we can get John up here and
Get John
go.
on the
That'd be
go.
cool.
We'll go see him.
that'd be cool.
That would be cool. So you got anything, man? You got your album out? You want to tell everyone where you can get your album?
You can get my album anywhere. It's everywhere. It's literally everywhere. It's it's on Spotify, it's on Apple Music, it's on Tidal, it's on Amazon, it's on Google. Anywhere you can listen to music, you can find my album.
What's the name?
However,
What's the name?
it's called Frequency Hunter.
Sweet.
ECHOKRAFT Frequency Hunter. You can one thing I haven't done yet, I do have to do it, is I have to post the entire album onto Bandcamp. Oh yeah, there's my stuff.
Here's your stuff right here, dude. So I'm gonna throw it down.
So there is a Frequency Hunter shirt.
Let me switch camera angles here. So yeah, this is ECHOKRAFT, sweet ECHOKRAFT.com. Just threw it in the chat. If you got me and ECHOKRAFT just do this for fun, man. If you guys want to pick up a t-shirt, make one. Pretty much me and Echo are just making t-shirts for each other.
Yeah.
So I think
Because
we just want our own clothing store. So I buy my own shirts off there. Echo buys his, I buy Echo,
Yeah,
he buys mine. So
Nobody's gonna friggin' make my shirts, man. You know.
Yeah, so right. So
Yeah, this is my favorite though.
oh yeah, I got that, dude. I wear that everywhere. I love it. People always look at it. They're like, dude, that's friggin' wicked. And I'm like, it's awesome. So he's got cool ones, man. Synth Mafia, Forgive Me Father, I have Synth. Super cool shirts. I got this, Forgive Me Father and the Synth Mafia, and I'm gonna be picking up the Behringer Bros one too, embroidered.
Yeah,
I think that's awesome.
I haven't gotten that one. The one that I want that you made was that one right there.
Yeah, this is my t-shirt site. If anybody wants to grab a t-shirt,
The green skull with the
go
with
for
the,
it.
with the thing there in the center of its head.
The sweatshirt. Yeah, this one's cool.
That one's
Synth
cool
Renegades
too.
t-shirt. That's cool. I don't know why it doesn't show the back. That one's sold out. That's the one I made for Machines One. I have Machines One on the sleeve. The Cream Dream is absolutely bonkers. I love the Cream Dream, dude. Come on, man.
Did you order one of those yet?
Not yet, but I'm going to. Cream Dream with the cupcake on the back, dude. Come
Yeah,
on.
that's pretty cool.
And then this one's the one I made for Machines One. It's got Machines One on the sleeve.
Yeah, that's pretty sick.
Then we just got the regular one, Synth
That's
Renegades.
the one. That's the one that I'm getting.
So this is modeled after the Panopticon. You know what a Panopticon is?
No.
Panopticon is basically the big prison tower in the middle of a prison with the windows all around. So it gives the prisoners the idea that you're always being watched, even if no one's watching you. So that's kind of what that's modeled after.
Yeah, I like that shirt too. I like the colors.
And then we got this old school Synth Renegades one down here that you liked, which was this one.
That one's dope too.
Just
yeah.
basic one. We got two basic ones. And then we got a bunch of other stuff, some hats, some jackets, Kumite, Behringer Bros Mount Up, which is a wild shirt, you know.
I want to do some ECHOKRAFT pants.
Oh yeah, do some jogging pants, bro.
Some sweatpants with just the ECHOKRAFT written down the leg in Japanese.
Oh, dude, that's cool.
I think that looked pretty dope.
Yeah, man. So we got all these. Anyways, the shirts upon cups, upon mugs. If anybody's interested, go get them. But like I said, we're not really trying to sell them to anybody. They're just there if you want them, and because we're doing our own thing.
And they're fun.
We're just trying to do stuff like you were saying the other day. It's like the technology these days, everybody can have their own friggin' art department with AI to make your covers for your albums, to make artwork. You got these sites out there now, which you don't have to stock anything. You can make t-shirts on fourth wall and just make them. It's easy, isn't it?
Dude, the nun right here.
Yeah.
That was done in AI.
That's amazing.
I kept saying, I want a futuristic nun. And if you look at her arms they're wrapped in leather.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah. So it's kind of like this weird, like, and she's got two crosses on. If you can see, she's got one right there, and then one's hanging. The other one's actually part of her outfit, but her arms are wrapped in leather. So I was like,
let me zoom in.
I just wanted something different, you know?
Oh yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
Dude, that's freaking cool, man. And look what you got, baby.
That's right.
The MS5. I love it because it looks so cool with the shirt.
It looks, and I played around with different synths, and for some reason, the colors of that synth match the colors of the nun.
Yeah, black is obviously the best too.
Yeah, so that's why I did that. And I kind of liked it. I kind of liked it in the what was it, like a grayish green?
This one, teal?
No, not the teal. The other one to the right.
That one? Oh, this one.
Yeah.
Oh, military green. Yeah, that's cool
I like
too.
that.
I also like this one that you did too. The Skynet one is wicked.
Oh yeah, the Skynet one too is cool because it says analog digital hybrid synthesizer system.
ECHOKRAFT'S Systems. ECHOKRAFT'S Systems Corporation. Yeah, that's freaking wicked.
But on the sleeve, I did the
you got the American flag? What is that?
I did, but I did it's the
oh, upside down.
Yeah.
Oh, love it.
Yeah, so awesome. I did that. I did that because, you know, synth the synth renegades, man.
Yeah, man, that's amazing.
You know,
so it's cool. So like I said, man, we got t-shirts. We're just doing whatever, doing our thing. And we're glad you guys come. We're glad you guys show up and hang out. Thanks for everyone showing up. We got Twin City Auction. Man, you guys have been here a long time tonight. Thank you. Hope you had a good time. Hope you had a real good time. And
it was fun, man.
This is a good show, man. I had a good time tonight. This is what the essence of Synth Fighter was supposed to all be about. This commercial is brought to you by Behringer Bros. Yeah. No, this commercial is brought to you by Epsom salts. Whenever you're feeling like you need some loosening up, get some Epsom salts in the tub. You know what I mean? All right. All right.
That was a brutal one tonight.
Bro.
I was blown away.
You know what? Both of those dudes shook me to the core a little bit. And then Miles Away also shook me to the core. And now that I'm sobering up a little bit from that little whiplash, I just feel like Epson and Matea were both attacking synthesizer enthusiasts and people who just enjoy synths and enjoy hobbyist music. And I feel like Miles Away was attacking Behringer, and the three of them were. So,
yeah.
You know what? Kiss my keys.
Kiss my
shiny white
keys.
Kiss my shiny white keys, Behringer haters.
I used to love. You ever watch Futurama?
No.
Oh my God! What was his name? Bender, the robot. He says, "Kiss my shiny metal ass."
Yeah.
Kiss my shiny white keys.
All right. So, anyways, any of you guys know? Tell Weaver Beats that he's invited to the Halloween or the 2025 Legend Series Kumite if he wants to join in for a laugh. It's the only invite going out outside of the Kumite Legends members. We've got the Halloween Kumite coming up. I'm not sure the date. I'll figure it out. It's the week before Halloween, I think we agreed on, wasn't it?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, the Sunday before Halloween, we're going to do the Halloween Kumite. It's only the Legends who are involved in that one. And then I think this is going ahead. We got the Contender Series Kumite going ahead the weekend after that for 4 weeks, which the winner of that Kumite will be added to the Legend Series in 2025. This sounds all complicated, but guess what? If you can't figure it out, then you ain't involved, so no big deal.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out as we go, but that's basically the gist of it, right?
Yeah.
Cool. So, what else you got? Anything else?
Not that I'm just like excited about the Halloween one.
Oh, Halloween's gonna be nuts, bro.
I got something special.
Got something special. Let me tell you something right now. I've got the AI bots set up to detect any AI music made will be detected. If you're caught using AI music in any Kumite event, you are banned from the Kumite for life, and then you are banned from the anything involved with the Kumite forever. Okay?
If you don't believe they're real, they are real.
Because we got the synth net. We got to fight the machine, baby. We got to keep the human touch alive. Although, go and use as much AI as possible because it is the future. Thank you.
Except on your music.
Except on your music, yeah. Or, use it on whatever music you want, but not Kumite music.
Yeah, don't use it on the Kumite music.
Yeah, happy
but
Halloween.
The bots will definitely pick up on it. We have bots that are looking for bots.
We got bots looking for bots upon bots, and we got the bots looking for the bots, and we got more bots looking for those bots. So don't be at it.
Don't be a bot.
All right, hell nah. All right, so yeah, machines won. Hell nah, no AMI music, man. We don't want none of that. But awesome Echo, man. Thank you, bro. It's always a pleasure.
Absolutely.
Let's hook up some more during the week, maybe for what do you call it, to go live together to shoot off about something or something like that. But I think
I think Synth Hefner, you know, he's coming out of retirement, so he's
Synth Hefner needs to come out, man.
Yeah, he's got something to say. Actually,
you got to do Synth Hefner once a week. Synth Boy Mansion, come on, baby, it's amazing. And dude, you might have to check in on me tomorrow because when the Behringer bro mounts up, I might be wounded, bro. I might take some shots, so we'll see.
Oh, all right.
I got to do it tomorrow. I got to do it. Well,
I'm gonna be up nice and early tomorrow, so we'll see what happens.
I'm gonna sacrifice myself for Uli. All right,
you're gonna do it on percolators and oscillators?
Tomorrow, it'll probably be done around 4:30 p.m. I might just get right home, jump out, throw on my Levi's jeans, throw on my American cowboy hat, and mount up and come after you fools. All right? You got that?
Packing a 6-gun.
Yeah, you got that?
I got it.
All right, baby. I'll hit you in the green room.
All right, man.
All right, everybody. Thank you for joining us. Let's go out with some music to salute the absolute total destruction with all due respect. With all due respect.
I got to get it straight.
Yeah.
I was taught how to salute.
With all due respect, the total murking of Espen Kraft by Matthias, last name can't pronounce it, but all due respect to you too, sir. And with all due respect, I'm coming for all three of you fools tomorrow. Slow.